It is not everybody that receives mercy. It is the mercy of God I receive every day. That is why I can do this, I can do that. Let us thank Him for His mercy. Let us thank Him for His grace. Let us thank for the favor of God upon our life. Let us thank Him. Let us thank Him. Let us thank Him. They did not call you today to come and identify your child in the mortuary. They did not call you today for evil news, for evil. Your eyes does not see evil today. Thank Him from the bottom of your heart. They did not call you to come and identify your husband in the mortuary. They did not call you that come. What is happening here? Can you come to jail? Your husband, your wife have been locked up. Your children have been locked up in jail. Father, we thank you. Jehovah, I thank you. Jehovah, I thank you. Elohim, I thank you. You are worthy to be praised. Thank you, Lord, for everyday blessing. Thank you, Lord, for your mercy that is new every morning. Father, I want to say thank you. I appreciate you, O Lord. I appreciate you, O Lord. You are God that does unsearchable things. You are God that do all wonders. Father, who is like unto thee? You are greater than the greatest. You are higher than the highest. Father, I lift you up. I worship you. I bow down before you. You are my bread at this hour. Father, Lord, who can give me the bread? When this bread is not in me, I become a nuisance. I become a carcass. But you are giving me the breath of life. That is why I am alive. Father, I want to say thank you. I want to say thank you for all that you have done for me. You do not allow me to be in sorrow today. You do not allow me to cry. You do not allow me to see shame. Father, you do not allow me today to be naked. Father, you have been my God. You do not leave me into the wish and the agenda, the plan of the enemy in my life. Father, I want to say thank you. 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 I wake up with my eyes this morning and I can see all this moment with my own eyes. I am not blind. My leg has not given way. I am not paralyzed. Father, I want to say thank you. I can walk. I can think right. Many wake up this morning in their right mind, but at this time, they cannot think right. Father, I want to say thank you. Father, I want to say thank you. Father, I want to say thank you for covering my life with the garments of glory, for honoring your name in my life. Who is like unto thee? Father, I want to say thank you and worship you. You are God that are all flesh. You are the Jehovah Nissi. You are the Lion of the tribe of Judah. You are the Lily of the valley. Who is like unto thee? You that does great things. You that does unsearchable things. You are a wonderful God. You are a good God. You are a kind God. Father, I worship you. Jehovah, I adore you for all that you have done for me. From the beginning of the day that I've been in my mother's womb, all to this moment, you never forsake me. You are always there for me. You have been my pillar. You never go back behind me. You never leave me hanging. You are always by my side. Father, I want to say thank you. You have been my ear. You have been my ear. You have been my eyes. Father, you have been my thinking. Father, Lord, I thank you. You do not visit me due to my iniquities. You do not use me. You do not punish me due to my sin. Thank you, Lord, for your blood, all that you shed for me on the cross of Calvary. Thank you for your blood that are speaking better things into my life, into my marriage, into my husband's life, into my children's life, into this ministry. Thank you, Lord, for being the El Shaddai. Father, we worship you. Jehovah, we worship you. My advocate, I worship you. My Redeemer, the one that redeemed me from all evil. Father, I give you glory. Father, I give you glory. I lift you high above all other God. You are worthy to be praised. Father, you are worthy to be praised. Father, you are worthy to be praised. Father, you are worthy to be praised. In the mighty name of Jesus. Father, I thank you because you are the only one that I put food on my table. You do not allow me to beg for bread. You do not allow me to be homeless. Father, you do not allow me to be naked. Many have houses over their head last night, but at this moment they are homeless. Father, I want to say thank you. You do not allow the disaster of life to send me to be an homeless. Father, I want to say thank you. Father, I want to say thank you. Father, I want to say thank you. You do not allow me to lose my mind. Father, I want to say thank you. You give me a new mind. You renew my heart. You renew my life. Father, I thank you for all the blessings of life that you have given unto me. Who is like unto thee, O Lord? You are mighty. You are kind. You are good. My Father, I honor you. To be thou be glorified, O Lord. Be you be glorified, O Lord. Father, I worship you for what you are doing in my life. because you are God of all knowledge and understanding and wisdom. Thank you, Lord, for the wisdom that you have given unto me. Thank you, Lord, for understanding, for knowledge that you're giving to my children and our children upon this mountain. Thank you, O Lord, for lifting me and my household high. Thank you, O Lord, for giving me wings to fly from all my wilderness into my promised land. Father, I want to say thank you. Father, I want to say thank you for your purpose concerning my life. They gather together for me not to wake up this morning, but by your mercy, I am alive. Father, Father, I love you. Father, I want to say you are my Olore. You are my Olore. Father, you are good. You are kind. You are always there for me. You are always blessing my life. You are always appearing. You are always showing up in every situation. Father, I want to say thank you. Father, I want to say thank you. You do not allow my house to be collapsed upon my life, upon me and my household. Father, Lord, you uphold my life. You do not allow me to fall by the roadside. You do not allow the winds of life, the storm of life to blow me and my house away. Thank you, Lord, because you do not allow their evil prophecy, their evil vision to come into pass, their evil agenda, their evil imagination. You do not allow it to come upon my life. Father, you do not allow my household to be destroyed, to be scattered. Father, I want to say thank you. Father, I want to say thank you because of your mercy that I receive every day. Father, I want to say thank you. Father, I want to say thank you. You are a great God. You are a mighty God. Father, I honor you. I honor your name. Father, you are God. Father, you are God. Father, you are God. Thank you, Lord, for strengthening my body, soul, and spirit. Father, I thank you. You do not allow me to be weary. Father, I want to say thank you. Father, I want to say thank you as they gather together concerning me and my household. So you scatter them to the solution. Father, I want to say thank you. Father, I want to say thank you. You are always at my right hand, lifting me high above every temptation, above every trouble. You prove yourself to be my God. Father, I want to say thank you. You have been my hiding place. You have been my high tower. Father, you have been my refuge. Who's like unto thee? My advocate, my high tower. Father, I want to say thank you. Father, I want to say thank you. Father, I want to say thank you. You are the only one that loves me unconditional. Father, I thank you. Father, I thank you for your agape love. Father, I want to say thank you. Oníṣẹ́ ìyanu. I want to say thank you. Ọba tó ń ṣe ohun àrà nínú ayé mi. Ọba tó ń ṣe ohun ìyanu nínú ayé mi. Ọlọ́run àwọn ọlọ́run. Ọba àwọn ọba tí kò yí padà. Ọba lánàá, ọba lónìí, ọba títí ayé àdìgbẹ̀kùn. Ọba tó fi gbogbo ayé tó fi ṣe àpótí ìtìsẹ̀ rẹ̀. Ọba tó fọ ọ̀run tó fi ṣe ìjókòó. Kábíyèsí ọlọ́run ìyanu. Ọlọ́run tí kò yí padà. Mo gbé ọ̀gá. Mo gbé ọ̀gá. Mo yìn ọ́ lógo. Mo yìn ọ́ lógo. Ọwọ́ yín ló gbé mi dúró. Ọwọ́ yín ló gbá èmi dúró. Ó jẹ́ kí n ṣubú. Ó jẹ́ kí n farapa. Olúwo mà ṣe o. Olúwo mà ṣe o. Olúwo mà ṣe o. Olúwo mà ṣe o. Bọ́ọ̀bá mi ṣe fẹ́ kó rí fún mi. Ó jẹ́ kó rí fún mi bẹ́ẹ̀. Ọlọ́run tó ń gbàdúrà. Ìwọ ni mò ń sìn. Olúwo ṣe. Ó gbàdúrà mi sí mi láyà. Olúwo mà ṣe o. Olúwo mà ṣe o. Olúwa mà ṣe o. Ọba tí ń dé èmi ni má ṣe bẹ̀rù. Nínú ayé mi ò dé èmi ni má ṣe bẹ̀rù. Òun dójú tọ̀ka ní gbogbo ìgbà àtàkùkọ. Òun tì mí lẹ́yìn gẹ́gẹ́ bí akọni ẹlẹ́rù. Olúwo mà ṣe o. Ọba tó ń wá kẹ̀gbẹ́ wo bí rírẹ́ bí ìjà nínú ayé mi. Ọba tó ń gbè mí níjà tẹ́rù ń bà mí. Olúwo mà ṣe o. Olúwo mà ṣe o. Olúwo mà ṣe o. Tí bá wo wájú mo rí ẹ. Tí bá wẹ̀yìn mo rí ẹ. Ọwọ́ ọ̀tún mi mo rí ọ. Ọwọ́ òsì mi mo rí ẹ. Nínú ayé mi mo rí ọ. Nínú ayé àwọn ọmọ mi mo rí ẹ. Nínú ìgbéyàwó mi mo rọ́wọ́ ẹ. Nínú iṣẹ́ mi mo rọ́wọ́ ẹ. Nínú ilé mi mo rọ́wọ́ ẹ. Nínú ayé ọkọ mi mo rọ́wọ́ ẹ. Níjọ Ọlọ́run mo rọ́wọ́ rẹ. Olúwo ṣe. Olúwo ṣe. Olúwo ṣe. Olúwo ṣe. Olúwo ṣe. Ọba tí kò jẹ́ kí n ra ẹni sọnù. Ọba tí kò jẹ́ kí n ra ẹni rà. Ọlọ́run àwọn ọlọ́run. Mo máa gbé ọ̀gá ní wákàtí ọkọ ẹ. Ọba tó ń ṣe ohun ìyá nínú ayé mi. Ọba tí kò jẹ́ kí n ṣojú ṣubú lójú ọ̀tá. Olúwo mà ṣe o. Olúwo mà ṣe o. Ó jẹ́ kó ní mi kó dààmú. Ó jẹ́ kó ní mi kó gbàgbẹ́. Ó jẹ́ káyé àwọn ọmọ mi ò jẹ́ kó gbàgbẹ́. Ó jẹ́ kó ní àwọn ọmọ mi ò jẹ́ kó dààmú. Olúwo ṣe. Ó jẹ́ kí n ṣìwàwù. Ó jẹ́ káwọn ọmọ mi kó ṣìwàwù. Ó jẹ́ kọ́kọ́ mi kó ṣìwàwù. Olúwo ṣe. Olúwo ṣe. Alátìlẹ́yìn mi ò ṣe. Alátìlẹ́yìn mi ò ṣe. Ọba tí ń gbé níbi gíga ò ṣe. Mo dúpẹ́ mo gbé ọ̀gá. Mo dúpẹ́ mo gbé ọ̀gá. Ìwọ nìkan Ọlọ́run mi. Ọba tí kò gbàdúrà mi sí mi láyà. Ọba tí kò jẹ́ kọ́ta kó pọn mi lójú. Olúwo mà ṣe o, Olúwo mà ṣe o, ọba àwọn ọba ṣe, Olúwo ṣe, Olúwo ṣe, Olúwo ṣe, Olúwo ṣe, mo yìn ọ́ lógo, ó jẹ́ kójú mi kò fi mí sílẹ̀, ó jẹ́ kójú mi kò gbà wọ̀nyí, Olúwo mà ṣe o, ọba àwọn ọba ṣe, mo dúpẹ́, mo dúpẹ́, mo dúpẹ́, ó jẹ́ kí n tọrọ jẹ, ó jẹ́ kí n wà kí sákẹ́yìn aṣọ, ó jẹ́ káyé kó, ó jẹ́ kó rí mi bọ́ta ṣe fẹ́, ó jẹ́ kó ṣe ṣí ọ̀sọ́rọ̀ mi, ó jẹ́ kó bèrè gbogbo lọ́lọ́run ti wá, ó jẹ́ kó bọ́ bàtà ọ̀pọ̀ sẹ́nu ọ̀nà mi, Olúwo mà ṣe o, gbogbo ìbéèrè Sàtánì bẹ́ẹ̀ ló bá mi bàjẹ́ ní gbogbo ìgbà tí a kó, Olúwo mà ṣe wo, Olúwo mà ṣe wo, ọba àwọn ọba ò ṣe, ọlọ́run àwọn ọlọ́run ò ṣe, ìwọ nìkan ni mo ní ní bàbá, ìwọ nìkan ló ń gbà mí, ìwọ nìkan ló ń jà fún mi ní gbogbo ìgbà tí a kó, òun jẹ́wọ́ agbára yín nínú ayé mi, bàbá ò mà ṣe o, ọlọ́run mi ò mà ṣe o, Olúwo mà ṣe o, Olúwa mà ṣe o, Olúwo mà ṣe o, Olúwo mà ṣe o, ọlọ́run mo dúpẹ́, àní ni mo rí gbà ní gbogbo ọ̀nà ni mo rí gbà, orí ọ̀fẹ́ yín ló tó fún mi ní gbogbo ọ̀nà, Olúwo ṣe, Olúwo ṣe, Olúwa rẹ̀ fẹ́ jùlọ, Olúwa fẹ́ jùlọ, Olúwo mà ṣe o, Olúwo mà ṣe o, níbi tí wọ́n ti ń bèrè pé báwo ni mo ṣe, báwo ni mo ṣe ń ṣe, òun yọ sí wọn, òun jẹ́wọ́ agbára yìí, báwo ni mo ṣe fẹ́ ṣe, òun jẹ́wọ́ fún wọn pé ìwọ ni Ọlọ́run mi, ìwọ ni alátìlẹ́yìn mi, Olúwo ṣe, Olúwo ṣe, Olúwo ṣe, Olúwo ṣe, Olúwa mo dúpẹ́, Olúwa mo dúpẹ́, lórí ilé mi mo dúpẹ́, lórí iṣẹ́ mi mo dúpẹ́, lórí ìjọ Ọlọ́run mo dúpẹ́, Ọlọ́run ti jẹ́ àwọn èmi ní má ṣe bẹ̀rù, Olúwo ṣe, ó jẹ́ kí n bẹ̀rù ohun gbogbo, ó mú mi lọ́kàn lé, ó mú mi ní new heart, Olúwo mà ṣe o, Olúwo mà ṣe o, Olúwo mà ṣe o, ọba tí kò jẹ́ kí n yarọ, ọba tí kò jẹ́ kí n fọ́ lójú, ọba tí kò jẹ́ kí n yàwé, ọba tí kò jẹ́ káyé mi kó dàrú, Olúwo mà ṣe o, Olúwo mà ṣe o, ọba àwọn ọba ò ṣe, Ọlọ́run àwọn ọlọ́run ò ṣe, Ọlọ́run tí jẹ́ èmi ní má ṣe bẹ̀rù ò ṣe, the I am that I am, the race of the tribe of Judah, the lion of the tribe of Judah, Olúwo ṣe, ọba tó fàṣọ bóra bí aṣọ, tó tún mí náà bóra bí aṣọ, Olúwo mà ṣe o, Olúwo mà ṣe o, Olúwo mà ṣe o, Olúwo mà ṣe, ó tún jẹ́ kí n fọhùn bí ènìyàn, ó jẹ́ kí n fọhùn bí ẹranko, ó jẹ́ kó mi ò jẹ́ kó fi mí sílẹ̀ lọ, Olúwo mà ṣe o, àìsàn ìgbógbòmù àti ìgbógbòmù, ó jẹ́ kó so mí mọ́lẹ̀, Olúwo mà ṣe o, ikú òjijì, ó jẹ́ kó mú mi lọ, tílétílé o ṣe, Olúwo ṣe, ó jẹ́ kó pé pọ̀jọ̀, ó jẹ́ kó pé ra pọ̀jọ̀ lórí ọ̀rọ̀ ayé mi, Olúwo mà ṣe o, Olúwo mà ṣe o, Olúwo mà ṣe o, ọba tí kò jẹ́ kó fóúnjẹ fún mi ẹgbàá fún mi lóúnjẹ, Olúwo ṣe mo dúpẹ́, Olúwa mo ṣe mo dúpẹ́, ọba tó jẹ́ kó ọ̀rọ̀ rẹ̀ kó mú wá sí ìmúṣẹ nínú ayé mi, bàbá ó mà ṣe o, thank you Lord for your purpose, for your plan, for your agenda, for my life, thank you Lord for where you are taking me from, for where you are taking me to. Father, I want to say what? I want to say thank you. I want to say thank you. I want to say thank you. I worship your majesty. I worship your majesty. Ìwọ nìkan ló pẹ́ tán sí. Ìwọ nìkan ni yìí tán sí. Olóore mi, alátìlẹ́yìn mi, Olúwo ṣe, Olúwo ṣe, Olúwo ṣe, Olúwo ṣe, Olúwo ṣe. Wọ́n ṣe ń gbìmọ̀ pọ̀ nídìílé bàbá nídìílé ìyá mi. Ohun tí wọ́n ká níbi tó ti ń dáná ọ̀rọ̀ wọn. Níbi tó gbé rápọ̀jọ sí. Olúwo tí wọ́n ká. Olúwo ṣe, ó gbé mi lórí sókè. Ó wá ṣàṣírí fún mi. Ó jẹ́ káyọ̀ kó béèrè pé ṣí ọ̀mí dà. Ó jẹ́ káyọ̀ kó ṣe ṣí ọ̀sìn mi. Ó jẹ́ kí n jẹ ẹ̀gbọ́n ìyá. Ó jẹ́ kí n jọmọ ìyá. Ó jẹ́ kí n jẹ aya ìyàwó ìyá. Ó jẹ́ kí n ìyá ìyá. Olúwo ṣe, Olúwo ṣe, Olúwo ṣe. Tó nǹkan mi mọ̀ ṣe ní gbogbo àná àti àkókò. Olúwo ṣe. Ọba tó ní ìgbà àkókò, ìgbà àti àkókò mi lọ́wọ́. Olúwo mà ṣe o. Ọba tó ń ràn mí lọ́wọ́ ní gbogbo. Ọba tó ń fún mi ní ìmọ̀ àti òye láti dá ọmọ mi sọ́nà. Olúwo ṣe. Ìwọ nìkan ló fẹ́ mi tán sí. Ìwọ nìkan ló fi yìí mi tán sí. Ó jẹ́ kí ìjọ ìjọ kó dàrú. Olúwo ṣe. Bó ṣe fẹ́ kí ìjọ ìkórí. Ó jẹ́ kó rí bẹ́ẹ̀. Òkè. Ó wá mú wa lọ síbẹ̀. Olúwo ṣe. Nítorí pé ẹ̀yin ni Ọlọ́run. Ètò mú wa lọ síbi gíga. Olúwo mà ṣe o. Olúwo ṣe. Ó gbàdúrà wá sí wa láyà. Lórí ọ̀pọ̀ èyí. Olúwo mà ṣe o. Olúwo mà ṣe o. Olúwo ṣe. Bá a ṣe ń bẹ̀bẹ̀. Bẹ́ẹ̀ ló fi lọ dá àwọn àdúrà wa. Olúwo mà ṣe o. Olúwo ṣe. Olúwo ṣe. Olúwo ṣe. Olúwa mo dúpẹ́, Olúwa mo dúpẹ́, ó jẹ́ kí n ṣubú ẹ̀kí, ó jẹ́ kí n ṣubú ara, Olúwo mà ṣe o, Olúwo ṣe, Olúwo ṣe, Olúwa mo dúpẹ́, ní orúkọ Jésù ṣe, bàbá ó mà ṣe o, Ọlọ́run ìyanu ṣe, ọba tó ń gbàdúrà mi ò ṣe, Olúwo mà ṣe o, Olúwo mà ṣe o, Mama my Father I thank you, my Father I thank you, I worship your majesty, you are God that do only one searchable thing. You are God that can do all impossible things. My Father, I worship you. You are the omnipotent God. You are the omniscient God. You are God that have time and season in your hands. Thank you, Lord, for having my life in your hands. Thank you, Lord, for having my life in your hands, because you are the potter that can mold my life. You bought my life. Father, you bought my life in a direction that suits you. You do not allow the potter of life to bought my life. You bought my life by yourself. Father, I want to say thank you. Father, I want to say thank you. I give you praise, Lord. 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 In the mighty name of Jesus. In Jesus' name we pray. We give you glory, Lord, as we honor you. We give you glory, Lord, as we honor you. You are wonderful. You are worthy, oh Lord. You are wonderful. You are worthy, oh Lord. We give you glory. We give you glory, Lord, as we honor you. We give you glory, Lord, as we honor you. You are wonderful. You are worthy, oh Lord. You are wonderful. You are worthy, oh Lord. I don't know in any way that he has been worthy of your praises today, but I know he's worthy of my praise this morning, because many will wake up together this morning. They cannot see the breath of life at this moment. He's worthy of my praise because he's the only one that has shown me mercy. I dwell in the grace of God. I don't know about you. What has it done for you that make you to worship him, that make him to be worthy of your praise at this moment? I want us to sing that song again from the bottom of our heart, because it's worthy, it's worthy. Babalawo is not worthy of any praise. Afa is not worthy of any praise. Aje, the Ogbanje, the witches and wizards, they are not worthy of our praise. Your father, your mother, they are not worthy of any praise. Your husband, your wife, your children, they are not worthy of any praise. It's only him, Jehovah, that is worthy to be praised in your life. This is individual thing. We give you glory, Lord, as we honor you. I want us to sing it gently. Why we give you glory, Lord, as we honor you. You are wonderful. You are worthy, oh Lord. You are wonderful. You are worthy, oh Lord. Amen. Amen. This night, we're going to be talking about the favor of God. We'll be talking about the mercy of God. But God made me to realize that in this end time, in this year particularly, many things we need. We need the grace of God. We need the mercy of God. We need the favor of God. The favor of God before God and before men. I need the favor of God. After I can fly to my promised land, wherever I'm flying to, I still need the favor of God. So in this, I want us to open our Bible, because everything we shall do today is going to be according to our Bible. We open our Bible to Psalm 44. Psalm 44. There are so many people in the Bible. that receive the favor of God. And I want to point those people to us today. I want us to see so we will know how to pray for God's favor. This year, 2020, I need the grace of God, I need the mercy of God, and I need the favor of God. So we are reading from the book of Psalm 44. 1 to 3. Psalm 44. This is what God has done for the children of Israel. You know, we have heard with our ears, O God. Our fathers have told us the deed you did in their days, in the days of old. You drove out the nations with your hands, but then you planted. But them you planted. You afflicted the peoples and cast them out. For they did not gain possession of the land by their own sword. Neither their own arm saved them, but it was your mighty hands, your arm and the light of your countenance, because you favored them. Because you favored them. That is why the Israelites can get out of their bondage. It was told from one generation to the other that it's only the favor of God. That is why they get out from the wilderness, the dry land, the land of slavery where they are. Because you showed them favor. That is about that. So I'm going to be reading Exodus 3:2. Exodus 3. I want to give us more understanding of what we are going to be praying for. Because I'm going to be calling those prayers according to what we read. Exodus 3:21. That is why it's not good for you to be used to one Bible alone. Struggling to read this because I forgot my Bible. So Exodus 3:21. And I will give these people favor in the sight of the Egyptians. And it shall be when you go, that you shall not go empty-handed. The Lord is telling us this night that this year 2020 we will not go empty-handed. Amen. If God can show the children of Israelites in favor in the land of the affliction, He will show us favor tonight. In the name of Jesus. And He will give these people favor in the sight of the Egyptians. And it shall be when they go, that they shall not go empty-handed. So I'm reading 12:36. Because today we have to ask for the favor of God. Favor, favor, favor. When I was going through my Bible, I see why some people are naming their children favor. Favor is a special name. It is something that just comes to you because of the love of God. People just want to do you a favor. They just want to do something good to you. They don't have to know you. They don't have to know where you come from. They don't have to do it even with their own will. They just do it. And when they look back and say, why am I doing this to this person? They don't know. It's because you are clothed with the garment of favor. The garment of favor that nobody can strip off you. The Lord Almighty will put it on you this year, 2020, in the name of Jesus. He will put it on your children, your household, in the mighty name of Jesus. When people see you, they will see favor. Amen. Marathon of favor. Amen. You will enjoy unspeakable favor of God this year in the name of Jesus. Exodus 12:36. 12:36. And the Lord has given the people favor in the sight of the Egyptians, so that they granted them what they requested. Thus they plundered the Egyptians. Whatever we ask for from God, from man this year, 2020, we shall receive it by the favor of God in the mighty name of Jesus. This favor of God shall acquire good things into our life in the mighty name of Jesus. So I want us to go to the Acts of Apostles. Acts of Apostles. We are going somewhere. Acts of Apostles 7. I'm reading from 9 to 10. 7, 9 to 10. Nine to 10. And the Pasach becoming envious, sold Joseph into Egypt. But God was with him and delivered him out of his trouble and gave him favor out of wisdom in the presence of Pharaoh, kings of Egypt. And he made him governor over Egypt and his household. The Lord shall make you governors this year in the mighty name of Jesus. Amen. I am not talking about the governor of this world. Governor rules. King rules. I am saying that in this 2020, you shall rule in the mighty name of Jesus. Amen. Your children shall rule in the mighty name of Jesus. Wherever we turn to, men and women, because of the favor of God upon our life, they shall bow down and worship God in our life in the mighty name of Jesus. Now, time for us to pray. I want to reflect our mind to people that really receive the favor of God. So when I'm calling the prayer point, you know where I'm coming from. Number 1, Joseph received the favor of God. Even from his father, he received the favor of God. When he was with Potiphar, he received the favor of God. When he was in jail, in prison, he received the favor of God. When he went to the palace, he received the favor of God. Joseph was being sold. The father sold him coats of many colors. He was really the apple of his father's eyes. That is what favor can do. He was the apple of his father's house. When he was with Potiphar, Potiphar left everything in his household in care of Joseph. That is the favor of God. When he was in jail, in prison, in dungeon, even the prison guard, they leave everything. Whatever Joseph said in the jail, that is what will be accepted. He put Joseph in charge of everything. That is the favor of God. When he got to the palace, before Pharaoh, he received the favor of God. That is why the Pharaoh removed his ring and put it on his finger. That is the favor of God. I want us to remember another person in the Bible, because we're going to be praying that prayer. Another person in the Bible that received the favor of God, it was Daniel. Daniel was in a strange land. He received the favor of God. In the midst of the Israelite that was taken captive, Daniel received more favor than the others. God gave him wisdom that surpassed all other people. That is the favor of God. He received favor before giving the king Darius. He received favor in everywhere he went to. Another person that received favor is Esther. Esther received favor in the presence of men and in the presence of God. Even when Mordecai was, Haman was boasting and, bragging, God still grants Esther favor. That is why the king took Esther as his wife. That is the favor of God. That is why the person that was in charge to take care of them as a bride to be, as a queen for the king, specially favor her. He gave her perfume that when she put it on and appeared before the king will surely choose her between the other queen. It is the favor of God. What we are not trying to take much of our time. I know we are used to prayer of further and that, but today is the prayer of favor. Where do we need favor? Is it at your workplace? Is it in your marriage? Let me tell you, a wife needs favor from his husband. The husband needs God's favor too. When you did very well to your husband or to your wife, they will go extra miles. When you do good, you favor your children will go extra mile for you. Which way do we need the favor of God? I need the favor of God in my children's life, in my household, in my marriage. I don't know which way you need favor of God. So tonight, I want us to pray from the depth of our mind. Don't play with this prayer, because we need favor. The favor of God and the favor of man. The favor of God and the favor of man. Can we stand up? Oh Lord, my Father.
Oh Lord, my Father.
Oh Lord, my Father.
Oh Lord, my Father.
Let the favor that work for Joseph begin to work for my life in this year 2020. In the mighty name of Jesus. My Father, my God. Let the favor that work for Joseph begin to work for my life. In the name of Jesus. The favor of God that worked for Joseph when he was in prison, when he was with Potiphar, when he was in the palace. My Father, let that favor work for my life, work for my children's life. In the name of Jesus. My Father, my God, wherever I appear in this 2020, let your favor speak for me. In the name of Jesus. Let your favor speak for me. In the name of Jesus. Wherever my name appear in this 2020 and years beyond and in this millennium, my Father, let your favor appear for me. Appear for me. Appear for me. Appear for me. The favor that is shown unto Joseph, let it be shown unto me. In the name of Jesus. In this 2020, I receive favor after the order of Joseph. In the mighty name of Jesus. Father, I receive favor concerning my handiwork, concerning my children's life, concerning my husband's life. Favor of God. Favor of God. Fall upon my life. Fall upon my life. Fall upon my life. Fall upon my life. The favor of God that can do all things. The favor of God that can take me from jail, from dungeon. The favor of God that can take me from prison to the palace. Let it fall upon my life tonight. Let it fall upon my life tonight. Let it fall upon my life tonight. In the name of Jesus. My Father, my God, when your favor is upon Joseph, it takes Joseph from dungeon into palace. My Father, arise tonight. Let your favor be upon my life. Be upon my life. Be upon my children's life. Be upon my home. In the name of Jesus. Favor of God after the order of Joseph. Fall upon my life tonight. 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 In the name of Jesus. The favor of God. The favor of God that took Joseph. That took Jesus. That take Joseph from dungeon. From the dungeon into the palace. Let your favor fall upon my life tonight. Fall upon my life tonight. I need your favor after the order of Joseph. Let your favor be upon my life. Let your favor be upon my life. Let your favor be upon my life. In Jesus' name we pray. We are not praying that prayer very well. I'm talking about the favor. that took Joseph from the dungeon. From the dungeon. Unpeni Ajaile. If people know what they call Ajaile. Prison have level. My husband worked in the jail, and Sister Bisi can testify to it. Prison, jail, has level. There are people in the dungeon, under. That only they just give them the little window to look. Just imagine the favor that took Joseph from that place into the palace. It is the good favor of God. Nobody will know you when you are in the dungeon. It's only the favor of God that will speak for you. The favor of God. I want you to pray that prayer very well. Pray for your children that the favor of God shall lift them up from every dungeon into their palace. Talking about the favor of God. The favor of God! The favor of God! That took Joseph from the dungeon into the palace! My life is available! Fall upon my life! 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 In the name of Jesus! The favor of God that took Joseph from the dungeon! Is available. God upon my life. God upon my children. God upon my children. God upon my children. God upon my life. In the name of Jesus. The favor of God. The favor of God. That God upon Joseph. That took him from dungeon. From the dungeon. Into the palace. God upon my life. 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 In the name of Jesus. My life is available. My life is available. God upon my life. God upon my life tonight. God upon my life tonight. God upon my life tonight. In the name of God. That will take my children from the dungeon into the palace. God upon my children tonight. God upon my home tonight. God upon my children tonight. God upon my children tonight. In the name of Jesus. The favor of God. The favor of God. Now you beat your upon Joseph. Now took him from the dungeon into the palace. My life is available. My children life is available. Fall upon me now. Fall upon me now. Fall upon me now. Fall upon me now. In Jesus' name we pray. People look at Obama and they look at him like maybe his education or his charismatic. He's very connected. He's a very sharp guy. That is why he can become president. Let me tell you, in this country, it is true that we vote for our president. But there are some caucus. There are some people. They are like a court. They will first decide and say, let's choose this person. Let's back this person up. You may be looking at it in a worldly way. But it's still the favor of God that make Obama, that the father is from Africa, Kenya. It is the favor of God that make people, the whole people, Kennedy and others, that walk behind him and say, man, you should let go, we are behind you. Keep on going, we are behind you. You're going to be this president. It is the favor of God. So that favor, to be candid and be honest, I don't want to be a president anymore. I'm not interested in that. But our children can be president. So we're going to pray for our children tonight, that let the favor of God that fall upon Joseph, that make him to triumph in Potiphar's house, that make him to triumph and take control in the dungeon, that make him to take control in the land of Egypt. Let it begin to fall upon our children tonight. I don't know about you. My children are my priority. They are my tomorrow. I want to see them triumph in life. Where I cannot reach, I want them to go beyond it. So we're going to pray that prayer. The favor of God.
The favor of God.
The favor of God. That will make my children to go from dungeon into their palace. And the name of Jesus, fall upon them. Fall upon them. Fall upon them. The favor of God that will make my children to rule in their palace. Fall upon them. Fall upon them. Fall upon them. The favor of God that will make them to rule in every situation. My Father, let it fall upon them. 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 In the name of Jesus. Favor of God. Favor of God that will make my children to rule. Fall upon them. Their life is available. Fall upon them. Fall upon them. Fall upon them. The favor of God that will make my children to rule. That will take them from every wilderness. That will take them from every junction into their promised land, into their father. Fall upon them tonight. Fall upon them tonight. Fall upon them tonight. Fall upon them tonight. In the mighty name of Jesus. Fall upon them. In Jesus' name we pray. When the favor of God is upon your life, and things begin to be rosy, everything working on well. You walk into the sunshine, you look like this. They look at your car and say, look at that car. They look at you, the way you dress, everything is shiny. Diamond, original diamond. And people will ask, how did she do it? That kind of favor that will make you to forget your past problems. When the favor of God was upon Joseph, he became the ruler. In Egypt, he forgot his past problem. He forgot the life he lived in the dungeon. So we're going to pray that prayer. The favor of God. The favor of God that will make me to forget my past trials and problems. Fall upon me. Fall upon me. Fall upon me. In the name of Jesus. Fall upon me. In the name of Jesus. The favor of God. The favor of God. The favor of God that will make me to forget my past problems. That will make me to forget my past suffering. The favor of God that will make me to forget my past trial. Fall upon me tonight. 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 In the name of Jesus. Fall upon me tonight. The favor of God that will make me to forget my effort. That will make me to forget my problems. That will make me to forget my trials. That will make me to forget my problems. Fall upon me tonight. Fall upon me tonight. Fall upon me tonight. Fall upon me tonight. In the name of Jesus. Fall upon me tonight. In the name of Jesus. When the favor of God is upon Joseph, Joseph forgot the life that he lived in junction. My Father, arise tonight. That favor that will make me to forget my past problem, my past trial. Fall upon me tonight. Fall upon me tonight. Fall upon me tonight. Fall upon me tonight. In the name of Jesus. Fall upon me tonight. In Jesus' name we pray. When the favor of God is upon your life will be beautified. People will see you and say, why is she shining? She's just shining. She's just glowing. Let me tell you, when you started receiving the favor of God, your friends are witnessing. They will run away from you. They will run away from you. Because they will be so scared and say, what is this? I hope she's not using us. She's not using us to make her life better. I know what I'm talking about. I know what I'm talking about. Years ago, after I had my children, my first child, my second child. I was working in the nursing home then. When we started flying high. God was doing it. It was doing it. Even when you get to a stage, I sat down with my husband. I said, what is this? We need to be careful. What is going on? We are so scared. Everything like this. Yeah. I was like, what is this? My husband said, now that this thing is happening like this, we are looking for children. Children come. You pass the exam. You get pregnant. Another thing happens. Now we need to be careful. Let me tell you what I'm trying to say. Is that all our friends, not even one, all of them ran away. They were challenged. They look at us and say, wow, what is happening with these people? I hope they are not using my destiny. I hope they are not using sham. Why is this life? Is this like this? I've experienced the favor of God. That is why I don't want to stay where I am. I've been in one place too long. I'm supposed to be more than this. We are supposed to be more than this. Favor of God. Favor of God. Favor of God. Beautify my life. In the name of Jesus. Beauty. Favor of God. Favor of God. Beautify my life. Let people see that I'm a child of favor. In the name of Jesus. Favor. Favor of God. Beautify my life. Beautify my life. Beautify my life. Let my friends, let my enemy see that I'm a favor child. In the name of Jesus. Favor of God. Beautify my life. Beautify my life. Beautify my life. In the name of Jesus. Let people know. Let my friends, let my enemy, let my family know that I am a favor child. In the name of Jesus. Beauty of God. Favor of God. Beautify my children. Beautify my children. Beautify my children. Let people know that they are child of favor. In the name of Jesus. Let the people know that they are child of favor. In Jesus' name we pray. In Jesus' name we pray. It was the favor of God that made Joseph to rule early in life. I was reading about Joseph. I realized that he became the governor in Egypt, if I'm not wrong, about 30 years. He was controlling the house of Pharaoh, Egypt for that matter. This is a boy that came from the dungeon from Israel. Nobody knew his father. Nobody knew anything about him. No. But you know only one thing that God gave to him. Favor. Favor. He was a child of favor from his birth. That is why the father sewed coats of many colors to him. We're going to ask for that favor. That will make our children to rule early in life. I don't want my children to be ruling when they are 50 years old, like me. I want them to rule early in life. I want them to be high, as Joseph was high. I want the favor of God to make them to rule in this life area. Favor of God.
Favor of God.
That will make my children to rule early in life. Fall upon them in the name of Jesus. My Father, my God, the favor of God, the favor of God that will make my children to rule early in life, like the line of Joseph. One upon my children, 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 one upon my children. In Jesus' name we pray. I want us to remember the person that started Facebook. He started ruling in life early. He became a millionaire as early. Before he even graduated from the college, he became a millionaire. That is the favor we are talking about. Favor does not come to you due to your hard work, or due to your knowledge, or due to your position, or due to where you are born. or due to your color, it just comes to you because you're a favored child of God. Because there's a mark upon your life that makes you to be a favored one. The favor of God. The favor of God. The favor of God. That will make my children to rule any in life. Fall upon them. Fall upon them. Fall upon them. In the name of Jesus. Fall upon them. The favor of God that will make my children to rule any life. Fall upon them now. Fall upon them now. Fall upon them now. Fall upon them now. In the name of Jesus. Fall upon them. The favor of God. The favor of God. The favor of God. That will make my children to rule any life. Like that of Joseph. Fall upon them. Fall upon them. Fall upon them. In the name of Jesus. Fall upon my children. Fall upon my children. The favor of God. The favor of God. That will make my children to rule any life. Fall upon them tonight. Fall upon them tonight. Fall upon them tonight. In Jesus' name we pray. The favor of God. Favor of God. Let me tell you, Joseph's life ain't in palace. Joseph's life ain't in palace due to God's favor. The favor of God, that will make me. The favor of God, that will make me to end my life in my palace. I don't know what your palace is. I don't know what your palace is. I don't know what your palace is. You don't know, I don't know. I don't know what your palace is. My own palace is not just to eat 3 square meals. My own palace. The favor of God. The favor of God. Amen. Let me remind you one thing. When Obama became the president, he was in the White House. Who was with him? Mother-in-law, cousins, sisters, uncles. They were there in the White House. Whether they like it or not, they were in White House. The favor of God that was on Obama brought those people to the palace. You don't know. We have cried for our children to have favor. The favor that God has on them tonight will bring us to our own palace. Amen. It will bring us to our own palace. Amen. When your children become super, what do you call it? Footballer. They are basketballers. Like Dwayne, like all those, Michael Jordan. Let me tell you, he started controlling. Mommy appear like this. He said, that's my mommy. Let my mommy sit down here. I turn around and say, Ayamide, what's going on there? I need a limousine tomorrow. Yes. And he said, yes, mommy. Amen. Okay. What color do you want? Mommy, what color do you want? You want blue or you want black or white? And I said, you know what? I don't think I want blue. I've used blue color, guy. I don't think I want black. I don't want red. It's too flashy. Oh, it's pure white I want. White. White. When they see me like this, they say, wow. That is the kind of favor that you will enjoy. Amen. Because the children have experienced the favor of God. Amen. And now you will sit down and begin to ranch on that favor. The favor of God! The favor of God! That will help me! That will make me to end my life! In balance! In my own balance! My life is available! Fall upon my life! Fall upon my life! Fall upon my life! Fall upon my life! The favor of God that will make my life to end up in my balance! To end for you. Right, left. You'll be wondering, how did it happen? Resources will just stand up. Men, power, resources, material resources, spiritual resources. Things will just be falling in place, and you are wondering, why is this like this? The favor of God. The favor of God. That will make me to receive all resources that I needed to live my life in a balance. Fall upon my life. Fall upon my life. Fall upon my life. In the name of Jesus. The favor of God. The favor of God that will make me to have all the resources that I needed to live my life in my balance. Fall upon my life. 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 In the name of Jesus. The favor of God. The favor of God that I needed to resources. The resources that I needed to fulfill your purpose in my life. Fall upon my life. Fall upon my life. Fall upon my life. Fall upon my life. In the name of Jesus. Fall upon my life. In Jesus' name we pray. I want us to pray that prayer for our children. They are key in my heart. One day I was at my house. My children and some other church member children, they are with me. And immediately I came, I parked. All of them ran out of the house. Mommy, 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 mommy. I looked at them. I was standing among them. I look up, I look at them like this. Look this one like this. I was honored to have them. I was like, wow, these children, they grow so fast. These are the children I hold with my hand. I'm not talking about only my children, no. I'm talking about the other member church children that were in my house that day. And I was so proud. I said, if anybody can come now and say, I want to kick your butt, these children will say, come on, let's go. They will fight like hell for me. Because now, they are there for me. I've been there for them. And I'll continue to be there for them until they are on their own and I'm called to eternity. You see, I will be there for them. I am a product of favor. I've been enjoying the favor of God so much. So I want us to enjoy the favor this year. And how can we enjoy the favor of God? Is by calling on God for resources. What do you need to obtain favor? If you don't show favor, you cannot get favor. That is banker. You see people, you don't care. It is only you. You cannot receive favor. We all need resources. And our children need resources. That is the resources we're going to pray for our children tonight. The resources our children need to get to their promised land, to acquire the favor of God. That is what we're going to pray for. Now we are praying for ourselves and for our children. I want you to pray very well for your children. The favor of God. The favor of God. The favor of God. The favor of God. That will make all my children to receive the resources that they are needed to fulfill their destiny. Fall upon them. Fall upon them. Fall upon them. Fall upon them. My Father, my God. Let the favor of God that my children need for their resources to fulfill their life. My Father, let their favor fall upon them. Fall upon them. In the name of Jesus. By the name of God. Let every resources that my children needed to fulfill their destiny. Let it fall upon 2020, I will walk in favor. I don't know why you want to walk in. Favor is more than money that anybody can give to you. People just want to do something for you. They just want to do something. They don't care whether it hurt them or it does not hurt them. They just want to do something. In this year 2020, I walk in favor. I walk in favor. In the name of Jesus. In this 2020, me and my household, we walk in favor. We walk in favor. We walk in favor. In the name of Jesus, we walk in favor. We walk in favor. We walk in favor. In the mighty name of Jesus. In this 2020, me and my household, we walk in favor. In Jesus' name we pray. In this 2020, I will enjoy the marathon of favor. In the name of Jesus, in this 2020, I will enjoy the marathon of favor. In the name of Jesus, I will enjoy the marathon of favor. In this 2020, I will enjoy the marathon of favor. In the name of Jesus, I will enjoy the marathon of favor. In the mighty name of Jesus, I will enjoy the marathon of favor. In the name of Jesus, in Jesus' name we pray. The people that were here early, we read about how Daniel enjoyed the favor of God. Daniel was one of those that enjoyed the favor of God. The favor of God can make you relevant. The favor of God can single you out among your contemporaries. That is what the favor of God does for Daniel. It is not only Daniel that was there. It is not only Daniel that was one of the Israelites that was captive. But the favor of God, the Bible said, the favor of God was specifically on Daniel. It made Daniel to be relevant. It made Daniel to be relevant among his mates. The favor of God. The favor of God. The favor of God. The favor of God. That will make me to be relevant. In this year 2020, fall upon my life. Fall upon my life. Fall upon my life. The favor of God. The favor of God that made Daniel to be relevant in his life where he was captive. My Father, let my life, let your Father, let your favor single me out and make me relevant. In the name of Jesus, in this 2020, let your favor make me relevant. In the name of Jesus, among my contemporaries, among my family, let your favor in this 2020 make me relevant. Make me relevant. Make me relevant. In the name of Jesus, it is your favor that makes Daniel to be relevant in the land where he was not captive. My Father, let my life be relevant in this 2020. Let my life be relevant. Let my life be relevant. Let my life be relevant. In the name of Jesus, among my family, among my contemporaries, my Father, let my life be relevant. Be relevant. Let my children be relevant. Be relevant. In the name of Jesus, let my life be relevant. Let my life be relevant. In the name of Jesus, after the order of Daniel, let my life be relevant. After the order of Daniel, let my life be relevant. In the name of Jesus, single me out. Let your people single me out. Let your people single me out. In this 2020, let your people single me out. Let your people make me relevant. In the name of Jesus, let your people make me relevant. In Jesus' name we pray. Daniel was preserved among the Hebrew people that was being captive, that was in captivity. It was preserved. His work was preserved. Everything that Daniel does was preserved. Even when the people where they were serving, when he was a captive, they ganged up against him. It was being preserved. It was preserved before God. and before men. So we are going to pray after the order of Daniel. We will be preserved among our contemporaries, among our family. Our children shall be preserved in the mighty name of Jesus. Wherever they are, when they are choosing 100 people, they will single them out. They will be preserved in the name of Jesus. They will be preserved, not based on their knowledge, not based on their effort, but they will be preserved in the name of Jesus. The favor of God. The favor of God that made Daniel to be preserved among those people in exile. My life is available. God upon my life. 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 The favor of God that made Daniel to be preserved among the Hebrews, among those Hebrews in exile. My life is available. God upon my life. 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 In Jesus' name. I want us to know one thing. I don't know how everybody come here in one way or the other. If you come to United States due to lottery, it is the favor of God that make you to be picked up. Because it's a lot of ballots in that thing. Somebody was telling me how they pick those ballots, how they pick people that won the lottery. I was amazed. He said they just pile everything in one thing and they start rolling it. They start rolling it. Whichever that fall out, those are the ones they choose to win the lottery. Let me tell you, if they roll your name among thousands, millions of people, and it's only your name that fall out, that means you enjoy the favor of God. That is not your handwork, because you are not even there to speak for yourself. The ballots, what they are rolling, does not know you. It does not know whether you have a leg, you have one leg, your eyes is blind, whether you are beautiful, whether you are ugly. It does not know you. It was just being rolled, and God's hands was on it, picking those he won in his favor. Sometimes when I sat down, I started thinking about it. I said, God, why am I so favored? In millions of people, they really like this, my name fall out. I said, God, it is you. I will start for you. It is you. I don't know whichever way that God has shown you favor. I've seen people who are in this country looking for green card for years. And they are even written them off to go back home. Let me tell you, they just open, even if they are crying and weeping, they just open their box and they see their green card in it. Tell me, is that their handwork that bring that green card in? It is the favor of God. Favor is what you do not even merit. What your knowledge, everything does not do. It is just God's favor. God just delights in you to bless you. If God opened your womb and you have children, and you've been waiting and waiting, you look at your child. I look at my son when I just had him, and everybody will say, laughing. I look at him and carry him. It does not occur to me when I was in the hospital, that is my child. Until I get home, I carry my baby in my hand. As I opened the door, I knelt down and I started crying. I said, God, you are just too good. It is me that have this child. Me that said they cannot have child. It is me. When favor show up, people will see you and run. They will see you and get confused. They don't know what to say again. Because the favor of God will just be speaking for you. Right and left. And you'll be wondering, why is this like this? You'll be scared. I was scared when I see my son, my first son. I was like, wow, is this my child? And somebody coming to come and take him from me. And they were calling me, are you okay? Are you okay? I said, I am okay. They said, all we want you to do is just to forgive us. That is when the favor of God speaks for you. The enemy will come to your door and they started rolling on the floor and say, please forgive me. Forgive me. We say something bad to you. We have already limit your God. The favor of God. The favor of God. That will make my children to be preferred among their contemporaries. Fall upon them. 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 In the name of Jesus. The favor of God that will make my children in the name of Jesus to be preferred among their contemporaries. Fall upon them now. 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 The favor of God that will make my children to be preferred among their contemporaries. My Father, let him fall upon them. Let him fall upon them. Let him fall upon them. In the name of Jesus. Let him fall upon them. In Jesus' name we pray. Amen. When the favor of God is upon your life, nobody will see favor. They will not see any mistake in anything you do. Everything you do will be good. They will be good. I'm a director, a manager and a director when I was working on the floor. Let me tell you, if we all do something bad, 3-4 people of us do something bad, if my manager see my name in it, like Jesus said, Salami, you are one of them. Okay, you all can go. That is what is supposed to write them up. But because my name show up, they say, they can go. And people started talking about it. They say, why is it that she's always favoring her? Why? Well, they forgot that I am a child of favor from my mother's womb. I am a child of favor from my mother's womb. And nobody can take that favor away from my life. It got to a stage they were grumbling. Why? Why is she favored? Why is she's the only one they call him? Why? It's not me. It's just the favor of God. I ran away from her so many times. I don't go to our office. I don't go there. Just because I don't want people to say, oh, maybe she's going there to kiss their ass, their butt. But you know what? I run away, but she still looked for me. I said, Salami, why you didn't come to my office? I said, for you, you didn't come to my office. You know, among all the nurses, I just respect you because you just do whatever is needed. You don't wait for me. It's not me. It's because she never see any mistake in what I did. She never see the error. The favor of God. The favor of God. That will make people not to see my errors and my mistake fall upon my life. Fall upon my life. In the name of Jesus. The favor of God that will not make people, that will not make anyone to see my error, to see my mistake. Fall upon me. 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 In the name of Jesus, the name of God, the name of God, that will not make people to see my error, that will not make people to see my mistake. My life is available. Fall upon me tonight. 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 In the mighty name of Jesus. Fall upon me tonight. In Jesus' name we pray. Earlier we talked about Esther. That's another person that was favored. With God favor Esther so much. It showed up in a situation. Even when she went to go and see King Darius about the Israelites when they were about to eliminate them and destroy them. It does not. If she show up and she's not welcome, they're going to kill her. But you know what? The king just laughed and said, whatever the queen wants, the queen can ask me. That is the favor of God. It show up in Esther's situation. What do you want the favor of God to show up in your situation tonight? Lord Jesus.
Lord Jesus.
Lord Jesus.
Lord Jesus.
Let your favor show up in every situation in my life in this 2020. In the name of Jesus. Oh Lord, my Father. Oh Lord, my Father. Let your favor show up in every situation in my life, in my marriage, in my home, in this 2020. In the name of Jesus. Father, let your favor show up. Let your favor show up in my life, in every situation, in my life, in my children's situation. Oh Lord, my Father, let your favor show up. Let your favor show up in every situation, in my life, in my children's life, in my household. Let your favor show up. Let your favor show up in this 2020. My Father, let your favor show up. Let your favor show up in every situation in my life. Let your favor show up. Let your favor show up in the name of Jesus. Let your favor show up in the name of Jesus. Let your favor show up in the name of Jesus. In the mighty name of Jesus. In Jesus' name. It was the favor of God that does not allow Esther to be rejected. It does not allow Esther to be rejected. You see, other queens, they are inborn in that country. Esther was a child that was brought is an Hebrew lady. Esther was an Hebrew lady. But because of the favor of God upon her life, she was not rejected. She was unpicked. She was unpicked. The favor of God.
Favor of God.
The favor of God.
The favor of God.
That will not allow me to be rejected in this 2020. My life is available. Fall upon my life. Fall upon my life. Fall upon my life. Fall upon my life. In the name of Jesus. The favor of God that will not allow my life to be rejected. My life is available. Fall upon my life. Fall upon my life. Fall upon my life. Fall upon my life. The favor of God that will not allow my life. That will not allow my children to be rejected in this 2020. My life is available. Fall upon my life. Fall upon my life. Fall upon my life. In the name of Jesus. The favor of God. The favor of God. In the name of Jesus. That will not allow my life to be rejected in this 2020. Fall upon my life now. Fall upon my life now. Fall upon my life now. In the name of Jesus. Fall upon my life. In the name of Jesus. Fall upon my life. In Jesus' name. The favor of God. The favor of God. When the favor of God begins to speak for you, who can stop you? Nobody can stop you. Look, when I was enjoying the favor of God, there are some people, they were just getting jealous. They were so mad. The moment they see me far off like that, they just get angry. Like somebody put fire on their body. And somebody put fire on their body, they just get angry for nothing. And immediately I sat down, I'll be looking at them that, what did I do to them? When I make the assignment and make it in the fear of the Lord, not doing anything to hurt anybody. Why will somebody hate me so much? Because of the favor of God upon my life? Is that why? But let me tell you, every moment, the favor of God was just speaking for me. He was just speaking for me. Even the old hospital, the last survey they came into that will make them, if we don't do it right in the hospital, they will close out on that year. That's the last one. They call it wound care. I was not the nurse that have the patient. I'm not the wound care nurse. I am not the coordinator. I am not the child nurse. I am just floor nurse. All of a sudden, he just appeared. My director, my manager, just Salami. I said, yes, ma'am. She said, the surveyor are coming and we want you to be the one to do the wound. I was like, what? I just get here, I don't know how to do it. I don't know what to do. My mentor come behind me and pat my back and said, Salami, you can do it. Go and do it. Before they could come, I ran to my high tower. The one that I know that can do it for me. I ran to the bathroom. I looked up. I said, God, why? Are they trying to set me up? I'm the most junior nurse here. Why did they choose me? God help me. God help me. I need your favor. I need mercy. I need your grace. Show up in this situation. I came out. They came. As I was at the door to start doing the wound care, I was started talking to the patient. Then the chart, I had the nurse that had the patient give me the chart. I was combing the chart to see if they asked me questions so I can answer. The lady came. Are you Mr. Salami? I said, yes, ma'am. He said, you're going to be doing this wound care. We have to observe you. I was shaking inside of me. But I have one thing that built me up. That God will never put me to shame at that moment. And I walked in there with confidence. I talked to the patient. She was watching me. By the time I opened the wound, I started doing it. I did not do half of it. She ran outside. The surveyor ran outside. It's not the smell that kick her out. She ran outside. She said, call my director, call my manager. Where do you get this girl from? She did everything we want. And you know what? I made a mistake by myself and I knew. But they did not see it. I said, what? She said, where do you get her from? Wow, she did everything we want. So I finished. My director said, congratulations, thank you for saving us. So I went home. I was still afraid. I was thinking that maybe when I get home, they started reviewing how I did that, and they may come and say, you messed up. They started calling every nurse in the floor. Do you have a number? Do you have a number? Do you have a number? People are afraid to give them my number. So finally, one of them sneaked out. I said, Mr. Salami, they just called to have his phone number. What do you think? I said, give them my number. My director called my phone and said, Salami, you did wonders today. I'm very happy. Oh, thank you so much. You know, when we are in the meeting, when the surveyor are about to exit, all they talk about is your name. They did not even talk about me. I'm your director. I'm your manager. They don't talk about me. The whole hospital, the CEO, everybody was saying, who is that Salami? Who is she? Who is she? That's the favor of God. I don't know anything. I don't know anything. And I went to him. After the following day, I went to him. I said, sir, are you going to give me more money? I'll save the whole institution. Are you giving me money? He looked at me and said, Salami, I'm not going to give you any money. But I'm going to put you another ladder. That is enough money for you. And moreover, everybody was just talking about you. That is enough money for you. Nobody knew me in the whole hospital until then. And everybody said, yes, Salami, who is that? Who is that? Who's that? I did not know anything. That is how the favor of God can work. So I want us to stand up and pray this last prayer. Because when we begin to enjoy the marathon favor of God, you begin to march. You begin to march up and down. People started looking at you. Who is she? This year, I'm going to enjoy the marathon favor. This year, 2020. This year, 2020. I will enjoy the marathon favor of God in the name of Jesus. This year, 2020. Me and my household, I will enjoy the marathon favor of God in the name of Jesus. I will enjoy the marathon favor of God in the name of Jesus. My life will enjoy. My children will enjoy. My husband will enjoy the marathon favor of God in the name of Jesus. Wherever I come to, the favor of God shall speak for me in the name of Jesus. Wherever I come to, the favor of God shall appear in the name of Jesus. The favor of God shall be my clothes. I shall be favored in all my life, in every areas of my life. I shall be favored in the name of Jesus. In this 2020, I shall enjoy the marathon favor of God. In the name of Jesus, I shall enjoy the marathon favor of God. In the name of Jesus, I shall enjoy the marathon favor of God. Wherever I come to, I shall enjoy the marathon favor of God. In the name of Jesus, my children shall enjoy the marathon favor of God. In the name of Jesus, wherever I come to, in the morning, in the noontime, at night time, I shall enjoy the marathon favor of God. In the name of Jesus, I shall enjoy wherever my name appear, wherever my face appear. In the name of Jesus, I shall enjoy the marathon favor of God. I shall enjoy the marathon favor of God. In the name of Jesus, I shall enjoy the marathon favor of God. In Jesus' name we pray. 2020. In this year 2020, I put on the garments of favor. 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 In the name of Jesus. In this year 2020, I put on the garments of favor. In the name of Jesus. I put on the garments of favor. In the name of Jesus. I put on the garments of favor. In the name of Jesus. I put on the garments of favor. In the name of Jesus. I shall be favored. In the name of Jesus. I shall be favored. In the name of Jesus. I shall be favored. In the name of Jesus. I shall be favored. In the name of Jesus. I shall be favored. In the name of Jesus. In Jesus' name we pray. In this year 2020, my garment of favor shall not be torn, shall not catch fire. In the name of Jesus. In this year 2020, my garment of favor shall not be burnt, it shall not be torn, it shall not be destroyed. In the name of Jesus, my garment of favor shall not be stained, it shall not be destroyed, it shall not catch fire, it shall not be destroyed. In this year 2020, my garment of favor shall not be destroyed, it shall not be destroyed. In the name of Jesus, it shall not catch fire. In the name of Jesus, in Jesus' name we pray. Let us begin to thank God. Let us begin to thank Him for this session before the pastor takes over. Let us thank Him because He has brought us to the garment of favor. This year 2020, we shall experience, we shall enjoy the marathon favor of God. Favor shall speak unto us in the name of Jesus.
Open your mouth and thank the Lord tonight. Today is the 10th day in our double restoration. We are still going to pray a few minutes, appreciating. In between 15 days in the month of January, God did not allow the enemy to make you to cry. We did not cry over anything small or big. Yes. Thank Him tonight. Thank Him tonight. Bless His holy name. Bless His holy name. Because I know since we started this program 10 days ago, God has been speaking, God has been revealing Himself. Appreciate Him, appreciate Him. He said, I know the thoughts, I know the plan that I have towards you, says the Lord. There's a plan of good, not evil, for you, yes, to reach the unexpected hand. Yes, whenever they say you cannot reach, thank the Lord because you are getting there. This is my year, this is my year. Give him the glory. In Jesus' mighty name we pray. Yesterday something happened. And we are going to pray. Open your Bible to the book of Acts of Apostles, chapter number 12. I want us to pray. Acts of Apostles, chapter number 12, verse number 8.
And the angel said unto him,
And the angel said unto him,
Guard thyself and bind on thy sandals.
Guide yourself and bind your sandal.
And so he did.
And so it did.
And he said unto him,
And he spoke the second time unto him,
Cast thy garment about thee,
Put
and follow
on
me.
your garment and
Follow me.
follow me. Hear me? There is a place you are going this year
Amen.
that you need the angel of the Lord.
Amen.
I'm going somewhere. The angel that will take you to your own land tonight, that angel will arise on the scene. Can you repeat it, Yabeji?
And
Go ahead. 8, 12, 8 now.
8. And the angel said unto him,
This man they are talking to is Peter. But before that time, Herod have stretched his hand against James. And the Bible says he was waiting for the time to snatch Peter. Then God brought an intervention. I don't know who is stretching their hands to snatch you this year. There shall be a divine intervention. There shall be a divine intervention. It doesn't matter who they have killed before you. When they say it is your turn to be snatched or your children, the same Lord that intervened for Peter, that God, he will intervene for you. I said, that God, he will intervene for you. You see, now that you could not get Peter, Peter could not pray. But there was something that happened. Go ahead again, man. And he said unto him,
Guard thyself.
God, you see, anything you don't guide, you cannot walk with it. It means when you don't guide yourself, one will be careless. Guide yourself and put on your sandal. Yes, ma'am.
And so he did.
And so it means when the instruction will come, I'm going to say something before I pray. If you don't do it, it means you are not getting to that land. Because until he did the first thing that he was asked to do, he does not know what the angel is going to say finally. Say, guide yourself, put on your sandal, and he did it. Then if you don't do the first one, it doesn't matter the prayer, God cannot speak the second time. Every disobedient that will not allow God and his angel to speak unto you concerning your life and my life, tonight they are being cancelled by fire. I said tonight, I cancel them by fire. I said tonight, I cancel them by fire. It will be a disaster after fasting and praying, and God is speaking and you cannot do what he's asking you to do. It means every exercise you have done is wasted. And when you do another consultation into any man or woman of God, and they give you an instruction you don't follow, nothing can happen. Until he did the two things, he guided himself, he put on his sandal, and he did it. That is when he spoke the third time. What was the third word, man?
Cast thy garment about thee.
That is King. Put on your clothes
And follow me.
and follow me. Before the Lord that I serve. Yeah, you may be looking at me. I don't care. I was asked her yesterday. God said, go to the door there. Stand there. I stood at the door. I said, you know where Shelley? He didn't talk. But they opened the door to this church. And they touched me. Jesus. And the angel came into this church before the Lord that I serve. And they begin to open big gates. I'm going to say something, you may not like me, but not everybody enter.
That's why we are going tonight. Say, I have to enter.
I have to enter.
Say, I have to enter. When they say, I never was in the Bible, then I hear,
He said, you should come inside.
You come
in as well.
That was the reason I entered yesterday. But as I entered, I begin to see the gate. They were going. A lot of people were following into the gate they opened, but not everybody entered. Anything that will not allow you to follow your angel into your land, this night it will come out of your body. Anything in me myself that will not allow me to follow the angel to enter into my promised land and your promised land, tonight they will die by fire. Any error standing at your gate, saying that you will not enter, either they like it or not, their obituary shall be announced. I said their obituary shall be announced. Hearing the angel can speak, but are we hearing, are we following? When your angel speak one time, two times, and you refuse, they are looking for the next person that will enter. Anything that will not allow you and me to enter into that land of double restoration, tonight I cancel them by fire. Say, I will not miss my angel. Say, I will not miss my angel. I will not miss my angel. Say, I will not miss my angel. Say, I will not miss my angel. Whether I like it or not, I will not miss my angel. In this year 2020, my year of double restoration, open your mouth. I will not miss my angel. Oh, yeah. And so that do that. Turn it to prayer. I shall not miss my angel this year. Because the gate has been opened. I refuse to stand at the gate. I must enter. You must enter. And for you to enter, you must not miss your angel. I will not miss my angel. The gate has been opened to me. It is time for me to enter into my land of double restoration, into the miraculous. I will not miss my angel. In this year 2020, whether I like it or not, open your mouth and declare, I like the only one serving Israel. I will not miss my angel. Yes. Cry out. I refuse to miss my angel. Yes. In this land of Glendale, in this state of Maryland, in the United States of America, my season for double restoration, I will not miss my angel. To enter into what God has called me for, I will not miss my angel. Yes. Everybody.
Speak loud, speak very loud.
Everybody.
Shout and speak very loud.
Mi ò gbọ́dọ̀ kùnà áńgẹ́lì mi.
I must not miss my angel.
Mi ò gbọ́dọ̀ kùnà áńgẹ́lì mi.
Not miss my angel.
Mi ò gbọ́dọ̀ kùnà áńgẹ́lì mi.
Not miss my angel.
Mi ò gbọ́dọ̀ kùnà áńgẹ́lì mi.
Miss my angel.
Áńgẹ́lì tó máa mú mi wọnú.
Angel that will take me.
Ilẹ̀kùn t'Olúwa ti ṣí.
God that the Lord has
Ẹnu ọ̀nà t'Olúwa ti ṣí.
God that has
I
already
will not miss that angel. Mi ò ní kùnà áńgẹ́lì náà.
Not miss my angel.
Mi ò ní kùnà áńgẹ́lì náà.
Not miss my angel.
Mi ò ní kùnà áńgẹ́lì náà.
I will not miss my
Mi
angel.
ò ní kùnà áńgẹ́lì náà.
Not miss my angel.
In Jesus' mighty name we are praying. Yeah, I don't want to preach. Go back home and look at Judges 13. The Bible said there was a man from the household of Zorah, from the tribe of Danet. His name was Manoah. That is supposed to be the father of Samson. And the Bible said his wife was barren and could bear no fruit. But one day God said, for this person to move forward, let me send an angel. It's in the Bible said, I will send my angel concerning your case. I don't know what you believe. When you miss your yet and he was telling me, but I go, I'm going to issue.
He said some people are missing it.
Oh, they were not.
They are not looking at the door. I'm not cursing anyone. I know when he said it.
Etí ò bá wọ̀.
Whosoever doesn't go into
Iye
that
ọdún tó
door,
tún máa tẹ́kì.
the number of years it will take the
Kọ́tún
person
tó lè wọlé.
for them to come
Ọdún
and
yóò ṣe ọdún.
that year is not a year
Tẹ́ máa ṣeré
that you will play
pẹ̀lú àyànmọ́ yín.
with your destinies.
Kì í ṣe ọdún tẹ́ máa
Year
ṣeré
is not a year you will choke
pẹ̀lú ibi tí Ọlọ́run fẹ́ gbé yín wọ̀.
where God is taking you
Kì
to.
í ṣe iye àdánù tẹ́tí nínú mọ́tà.
Year is not
Kì í ṣe iye ìkùnà tẹ́tí nínú mọ́tà.
accidents you have,
Ṣùgbọ́n ohun tí Ọlọ́run fẹ́ fi í ṣe
but what God wants to
pẹ̀lú àwọn áńgẹ́lì rẹ̀.
with his angel.
Ó nígbà tí áńgẹ́lì yẹn wá,
And when the angel came,
wọ́n dárúkọ màmá Samson.
did not mention the mother.
Wọ́n ní áńgẹ́lì náà sì bá a
The
sọ̀rọ̀.
angel spoke to
Ó
her.
ní òun máa lóyún, òun máa bímọ.
To get pregnant
Ó ní
as a
ṣùgbọ́n
child.
ọba ìlọ́mọ yóò gbọ́dọ̀
And
ṣe.
these are the things this child will
Bíbélì sọ wípé
says.
ìyàwó Manoa
The wife of
ó
Manoah,
sáré lọ bá ọkọ ẹ̀.
she ran to her husband.
Kò sí bẹ́ẹ̀ nígbà tí áńgẹ́lì
Then
sọ̀rọ̀.
when the angel
Ṣùgbọ́n
spoke,
ó ṣe kinní kan.
but she did something,
Ó tún wá padà yẹn kọ́.
the husband
The Bible say only intrigue of the Lord.
he intrigued
Ó bẹ̀rẹ̀ sí gbàdúrà, ó bẹ̀rẹ̀ sí
He was
gbàdúrà.
praying very
Bóyá verse
fervently.
8 or 9 bẹ̀rẹ̀ fún àwọn. Ó bẹ̀rẹ̀ sí intrigue of the Lord níbẹ̀.
intriguing.
Ó ní Olúwa jẹ́ kí áńgẹ́lì yìí padà wá lẹ́ẹ̀kan
Oh,
sí.
let the angel come back once
Ẹ̀rọ ó ní jẹ́ kí áńgẹ́lì yìí padà wá lẹ́ẹ̀kan sí.
again. Come back once again.
Ó ní jẹ́ máa ń tì mọ́ lọ́sí. Ó ní jẹ́ kí áńgẹ́lì yìí padà wá lẹ́ẹ̀kan sí.
Let this man of God
Ẹ̀jọ̀ máa.
come again.
Nígbà táńgẹ́lì máa padà wá.
When the angel came,
Mánúà ò sí ń bẹ̀
he
mọ́.
was not there.
Ìgbà mìíràn áńgẹ́lì ti ń wá.
Well, how many times has
Yes,
he
amen.
that you weren't
Tí
here?
ìjọba ní ìsáńgẹ́lì yẹn.
Miss your angel,
A máa jẹ́ a máa mú.
will be eating
Ṣùgbọ́n ibi tó bá yẹ kó wọ̀.
where you're supposed
Tí
to
ò
be.
bá ti wọ̀ ọ́.
Don't get in
Tí
there.
ò bá ti wọ̀ ọ́.
If you don't get in there,
Nǹkan tí Ọlọ́run máa ń ṣe rẹ̀.
what the Lord
Ó
does,
máa mú ẹlòmíì.
we take someone
Láti rọ́pò tó yẹ
and
kó wọ̀.
bless the person.
Mo sọ tàṣẹtàṣẹ.
People of third,
Mo sọ tàṣẹtàṣẹ.
people of third,
Áńgẹ́lì tó ló wá ti yàn fún ẹ.
angel that has been chosen,
Áńgẹ́lì tó ló wá ti yàn
the
fún ẹ.
angel that the
Tó
Lord
máa mú ẹwọ́n náà kó.
that will take you
Tó
to,
máa mú ẹwọ́n náà ayọ̀.
that will take you to
Nínú ọdún 2020.
very year 20,
Áńgẹ́lì náà
very angel.
kọ́ wá ẹ̀rí.
Get you.
Áńgẹ́lì náà kọ́ wá ẹ̀rí.
Get you.
Áńgẹ́lì náà kọ́ wá ẹ̀rí.
Get you.
Etí áńgẹ́lì ò bá ṣiṣẹ́ fún.
When the angel doesn't work,
Ní o ṣe pé a máa ṣe lásán.
first thing you just be
Mo ti ń
working.
kọ́ ọkọ látàárọ̀.
I've been writing
Mo ti bá ti ń
everything.
kọ́ ọkọ tó bá ti gbò.
When I write something,
Bẹ́ẹ̀ kọ́ lọ́n ṣe ń
that's
ṣiṣẹ́.
not how God
Wà
works.
gbogbo nǹkan tí n fẹ́ sọ.
Everything that I
Ó
want
ti ń
to
sọ
say,
fún mi látàárọ̀.
he's been telling me since last
Áńgẹ́lì
night.
tó máa mú ẹ wọlé.
Angel that will take you to,
Áńgẹ́lì tó máa mú ẹ wọnú ilẹ̀.
angel that will take you to,
Áńgẹ́lì tó máa mú mi wọnú ilẹ̀ mi.
that will take me to my
Ilẹ̀ tó ń ṣàn fún wàrà.
very land filled with
Ilẹ̀ tó ń ṣàn fún oyin.
that is filled with
Ilẹ̀ rí.
that thing of
Ilẹ̀ rí.
that land of testimony.
Áńgẹ́lì yẹn sọ fún Pétérù.
He just said to Peter,
Ó ní ro
He said,
mú ọ̀já rẹ̀.
Take your
Mú
oil.
àmùrè rẹ̀.
take your girdle
Àti sálúbàtà
and
rẹ̀.
your sandals,
Ó ní wọ aṣọ rẹ̀.
and your clothes.
Wọ́n ní Pétérù sì ṣe é.
Peter did so,
Áńgẹ́lì tẹ̀ sọ pé
and the angel said,
tẹ̀lé mi.
come with me,
Tẹ̀lé mi.
come with me.
Áńgẹ́lì tó wọ bí lánàá.
The angel that came in here last night,
Tó ṣí ẹnu ọ̀nà.
that opened the doors,
Tó ní tẹ̀lé mi.
and said, come before me.
Àtẹ̀yìn tẹ̀ wà bí lánàá.
Those that were here last night,
Àtàwọn tí ò wà
and
lánàá.
those that were not,
Àtàwọn tá a wà nílẹ̀
those
yìí.
that were
Bí Olúwa ti ń yẹtí ẹ̀mí
the
rẹ̀.
Lord leave it and
Áńgẹ́lì tó máa mú ẹ.
that angel
Wọlé ìlérí rẹ̀.
take you to your promise
Lálẹ́ yìí.
this very night.
Kan wá ẹ̀rí.
Get you.
Áńgẹ́lì náà kan wá ẹ̀rí.
Angel will get you.
Áńgẹ́lì náà kan wá ẹ̀rí.
Angel will get you.
Tẹ́ bá wọnú ìwé mímọ́.
If you check in the Bible,
Àwọn tí ò pàdánù áńgẹ́lì wọn.
those that did not miss their
Wọn
angel,
ò pọ̀ púpọ̀.
they were not too many.
Ábúrámù ò pàdánù ẹ̀.
Abraham did not lose his angel.
Genesis 18.
Genesis 18.
Tẹ́ bá tún wò títí.
If you look further,
Gídíọ̀nì
Gideon,
nínú ìwé onídàájọ́.
in the book of Judges,
Orí kẹfà.
chapter 6,
Kó tó lè lọ síwájú.
before it went further,
Àfìgbà táwọn áńgẹ́lì yẹn sọ
and
pé
the angel said to him,
a ti yàn ẹ́.
be chosen
Gídíọ̀nì.
Gideon,
Gbogbo nǹkan tó sọ ni pé
everything that's been
máa
said,
tẹ̀síwájú.
you need to go forward.
Gídíọ̀nì ò pàdánù áńgẹ́lì rẹ̀.
Gideon did not miss
Tẹ́ ẹ bá wò ó.
If you look
Nínú àwọn ọba kìíní.
into the book of Kings,
Orí kọkàndínlógún.
the book of 1 Kings chapter
Nígbà
9,
tó rẹ̀ Èlíjà.
that when Elijah
Nígbà tó
was
sú Èlíjà.
Elijah was
Ó lọ jókòó sábẹ́ ẹni ọ̀pọ̀tọ́.
sat under the
Ó ní Olúwa pa mí kí náà lọ.
kill me, let me go.
Olúwa ní ikú ò tí
The Lord
ì yá.
said it's not time.
Olúwa ní ikú ò tí ì yá.
It's not time.
Ó wá ní áńgẹ́lì rẹ̀.
Get your angel,
Wọ́n fún lóúnjẹ.
the feeling,
Wọ́n fọwọ́ kàn lẹ́kẹ̀ẹ́.
the touch the
Wọ́n fún lóúnjẹ.
Let us pray. Lift your hands up. Lift your hands up. I'm going to say it in English. I'll give you the prayer point. But if you want to pray it in the language of your choice, you can please do so. I'll say it in English.
Angel of the living God. Angel of the living God. That will take me to my land of double restoration. Arise. Locate me tonight. Locate me tonight. Locate me tonight. Angel of the living God. That will take me to my land of double restoration. Arise tonight and locate me. Arise and locate me. That angel of the living God that will take me to my land of testimony. That will take me to my land of fruitfulness. That will take me to my land of fruitfulness. Take me tonight. Arise. 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 The angel of the living God that has to take me to my land of fruitfulness, starting from Glendale, 6910 Glendale Road. Arise tonight. The angel that will take me to my land of double restoration, that will take me to the week of double restoration, that will make me to be at the right time this year. Arise and locate me. Yes. 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 Open your mouth. Your angel must locate you. Your angel must locate you. Your angel must locate you. That angel locate Elijah. That angel locate Gideon. That angel locate Abraham. That angel locate Maria, the mother of Jesus. And he took Mary to become the mother of Jesus in the land of Bethlehem, the land of double restoration. For many was the land of Bethlehem, the land of double restoration. For Elijah was the Sarafite land. Where must your angel take you to this year? The advocates you are available. The angel of the living God that must take me to the land of increase, multiplication, abundance. Yes, locate me tonight. Yes. Ask your angel to locate you tonight. Ask your angel to locate you tonight. There is an angel that has been assigned for you. There is an angel that has been assigned for you. That must take you to your land of fruitfulness. That must take you to your land of increase and multiplication. Cry out tonight. Ask that angel to locate you. That angel locate Peter. And he said, guard yourself. Put on the sandal. Put on your clothes and follow him. Until that angel took Peter out. Peter's ministry could not flourish anymore. He had been flourishing in first half, but everyone wanted to kill him. Who is waiting to kill you this year? fún wa.
has appointed for us.
Gbogbo ara ní áńgẹ́lì.
We also have our angels.
Tó bá ti mú àwọn náà yọ.
Take us to a
Tó bá ti mú àwọn náà ògo.
into a new glory.
Sọ fún áńgẹ́lì náà kó wá ẹ̀rí.
Angels to locate you.
Áńgẹ́lì ògo tuntun.
An angel of a new
Áńgẹ́lì
glory.
tó bá mú wọlé ìlérí.
Angel will take you to your promise.
Wá ẹ̀rí lálẹ́ ìfẹ́.
Tonight locate me.
Jésù Olúwa wa.
Jesus, then we pray.
Báyìí ni Olúwa ń rí o.
This is what the Lord is saying.
Ó ní kí a gbàdúrà.
He said we should pray.
Ẹ jọ ẹni gbàdúrà
I
ìdájà.
think with you need to pray very
Ẹ má
fervently.
bínú.
Please don't be upset.
A ṣe ń sọ Yorùbá.
As we're speaking the
Jọ
dialect,
nítorí
please
Ọlọ́run.
bear with me.
Yorùbá Olúwa fi
This is
sọ.
how the Lord is talking to.
Àfẹ́ kólúwa kó
We don't
dákẹ́.
want the Lord to leave
Èyí
us.
tẹ́ ẹ̀ bá gbọ́
If
Yorùbá.
you do not understand
Òun
Yoruba,
ṣe ń bẹ gbogbo
that
ẹni
is
tí
why
wọ́n
I'm
ti
pleading with you.
Kéèké bá ti ń gbọ́ Yorùbá
You
láti
need,
sọ.
if you're listening to what we're saying,
Yorùbá.
speaking in
Ẹ jọ
Yoruba,
Yorùbá mi interpret.
please, that's why we're speaking
Olúwa ní ká gbàdúrà
interpreted.
yìí.
The Lord says we should pray this
Àwọn
prayer.
káwọn.
Whatever tongue,
Àwọn káwọn.
whatsoever tongue
Tó fẹ́ dá áńgẹ́lì yìí gúnlẹ̀.
that wants to talk my angel,
Tó fẹ́ dá áńgẹ́lì
that
yìí
wants
gúnlẹ̀.
to stagnate my angel,
Tó fẹ́ dá áńgẹ́lì yìí
that
gúnlẹ̀.
wants to stagnate my
Nínú
angel.
ọdún
This
2020.
year 2020,
Ẹgbẹ́ wọn.
listen up.
Ẹ̀yà wèrè.
They need to go mad.
Àwọn káwọn.
Whatsoever tongues
Tó fẹ́ dá áńgẹ́lì yìí
that want
gúnlẹ̀.
to stop and stagnate my
Nínú ọdún 2020.
this year 2020.
Ẹgbẹ́ ọ̀rọ̀ Ọlọ́run.
Hear the word of the Lord.
Ẹ̀yà wèrè.
Begin to run mad.
Ẹ̀yà wèrè.
Begin to run mad.
Ẹ̀yà wèrè.
Begin to run
Ẹ̀yà
mad.
wèrè. Gbàdúrà.
Begin to pray.
Any tongue that want to stop my angel in the year 2020, command that tongue to run mad tonight. That tongue that want to stop my angel from working for me. That tongue that want to stop my angel from taking me to the promised land. Run mad tonight. In the year 2020, any tongue that want to stagnate my angel, that want to stop my angel from working for me, run mad tonight. Now open your mouth and pray. They stop the angel of Daniel from day number 1 until 21 days. I don't know how far they have been trying to stop your angel. Command that tongue tonight that want to stop your angel. Wherever they may be operating from, that tongue must run mad. That tongue must run mad. No matter how small they are, no matter how big they are, the tongue that want to stop my angel in the year 2020, in order for that angel not to work for me, begin to run mad tonight. You are doing very well. You are doing very well. Command that tongue to run mad. They stopped the angel of Daniel. Daniel could not achieve anything until there was a reinforcement from heaven. Another angel was asked to let go the angel that had been put in captivity. Which tongue want to stop your angel tonight? Which tongue want to stop your angel this year? In order for that angel not to work for you, command that tongue to dry up and run mad. Command that tongue to dry up and run mad. Command that tongue to dry up and run mad.
I need you to shout. I need to raise your hands up. This is after 9 o'clock. Oh, please don't be upset with me. Don't bear with me. We need to pray. That's why I'm rushing it. That's why I'm rushing it. Whoever the angel of the Lord does not work with, the angel of the Lord does not work with you. You cannot get to your promise. What is working with you? What is working with me? That is not of God. Let the angel of God have space to work with us. I need us to pray to Him. I need us to be firm. I need us to pray for anything that's inside of you that will not let the angel of the Lord work with me. Out by fire. Out by fire. Out by fire. Begin to speak.
Anything inside of me that will not allow the angel of the living God to walk with me in the year 2020, come out by fire, shake it. Come out by fire. Come out by fire. Come out by fire. Anything in me that will not allow the angel of the living God to walk with me in the year 2020. Yes. Before the angel could walk with Peter, something came out of him through our Lord Jesus Christ. Command that thing to come out. Anything inside of you, anything inside of me that will not allow my angel of blessing, my angel of increase, my angel of power, my angel of wisdom to walk with me in the year 2020, command it to come out. Open your mouth, please. What is it that has to come out? I love those women. They are praying very well. Anything inside of me that will not allow the angel of the living God to walk with me, that will not allow the angel of the living God to take me to the next level, that will not allow the angel of the living God to deliver the message as they deliver to Samson's mother, as they deliver to Elizabeth, as they deliver to Abraham, that will not allow me to receive message from the Lord. Anything in me that will not allow the angel of the Lord to come near me, to deliver Don't be tired. Anything from the time I was in my mother's womb that are inside of me that will not allow the angel of God to walk with me in the year 2020, come out by fire. In Jesus' mighty name we are praying. A lot of people can be caught. Go and look at I didn't start a while. The gate was open, but not everybody entered. Say, I must enter tonight. They are not saying, I congratulate those that just came today. We did not intentionally say we will not show it. God just said, no, this is what I want you to do. I did not want to come in tonight. I was thinking it's tomorrow or Friday or something. No, she's waiting for you. Go inside. You have to pray it. Whether you like it or not, you will not miss your angel. You will not miss your angel. I want you to pray this one. Maybe after this, I won't say 1 or 2, 3, because I will be careful when I say that you begin to count it. But I will let you go. Lift up your 2 hands. You are going to cry out with holy, and I will call it in English. Then I will go back to Yoruba. Fire of the living God! That will make me to enter into my land of double restoration. Iná Ọlọ́run tó máa jẹ́ kí n lè wọ ilẹ̀ ìdápadà ìlọ́po méjì mi. Fall upon me tonight. When the angel is here without fire, you can't go. Look at people that angels spoke to. They never make it because they are not a carrier of the fire of God. I want to be bigger than this. I need more fire. If I need to lock myself for 1 month and give this church to you people to run, I'm ready. Because I must get to where God is taking it to. Say amen for me now. I think I don't like me. Because if I get here, they begin to say that is their bishop. You know, they are calling me bishop on Sunday. When they come on Monday, they call me Reverend Bishop. Hey, Reverend. Something I'm not lying. That woman came that Wednesday and said, hey, how you doing? I won't forget. There are people when they come, I know their mission by their previous conversation. He said, we saw all your women last Sunday. I said, okay, this one is good. Where you all sold those clothes? The clothes that you guys were fighting for last Sunday. We didn't wear white, blue, yellow, green. Whatever you wore, somebody saw you, they were happy for you. I'm not joking though. Sorry, am I lying? No, talk to them. Stop. Am I lying? Where were you when that woman came? Talk now, you can talk. Somebody can witness. There are people that sees you and they can see the glory of God in you.
Let's ask for fire.
That will
take us to that opened door.
That will take
us to that door that was opened yesterday. It was opened indeed yesterday. Please don't be upset. Because if we do overtime, look at the way I'm praying. I've been saying it before. My fathers before me, there was a time they were sweating. Now they'll just chill. I told you before. They'll tell you to grab a paper and a pen and tell you first prayer points, 7 prayer points. They'll tell you there's space out there. There's space for you. Begin to pray on your own.
But 30 years ago,
they were sweating like a dog. So when my goodness arrived, people are wondering, how did I stand? You are my witnesses. You're able to tell them that
he looks so young.
He does look very young. But we knew when it started. Raise your hands.
Fire of God! That will take me into my land of double restoration. Fall upon me tonight. Fall upon me tonight. Fall upon me tonight. You are not praying that one very well. Ask for the fire. Ask for the fire that will take me and you to the land, to the land. That land that God has reserved for you is bearing only your name. Anyone occupying that land, we will talk to them this year too. That power, that fire that will take you to your land of testimony, your land of fruitfulness, your land of abundance, your land of possibility. I need that fire tonight. The fire, the gate has been opened, the door has been opened, but I need your fire to enter. Yes, I need your fire to enter. Fire that will take me into the land that God has increased, into my land of increase, my land of multiplication, my land of abundance, my land of share. Yes, let the fire fall upon me tonight. Speak. That fire of the living God that has to take me into my land of increase, that will take on of a larger ministry, into abundance, into increased multiplication land. Let that fire fall upon us. Oh, yeah. Yes, pray it very, very well. I promise you now we will pray only 2 more. I don't know how many minutes, but pray it very, very well. The fire of God that will take me to my promised land, my land of testimony of double restoration. In Jesus' mighty name we are praying. I love the way you are praying, but the time is constrained. Let's do this one. 2 more. 20 after 9. Pray very well. Say any gate anywhere.
Any gate anywhere.
Standing between me and my land of double restoration. You can put anything. When I say double, you can put land of fruitfulness, abundance. Don't mention only 2. Double is anything, just continue. But where is that gate? What is that gate standing between you and your land? We are going to speak to that gate tonight to open once again.
Every door
that
is between me and my promised land, that land of goodness, that land of restoration, of double restoration. Hear the word of the Lord. Open. Open.
You know what you want? Look at it. You know what you want in the other side of Because this church is going worldwide. This now is the other side of Jordan. So there's another Canaan in front. This is where we start. So when they begin to say, where is 691's road, Glendale Road? They say, oh, is that our African church? Oh yeah, they're good, man. Oh, they've been here 30 years. They bought all our houses. Say amen now. Yes. But they are good people. Yes. That gate has to open tonight. Yes. I said that gate has to open tonight. Yes. That gate has to open tonight. Yes. That gate has to open tonight. Yes. Any gate anywhere. Standing between me She opened. That gate standing between you and your testimony. Command that gate to open tonight. Command that gate to open tonight. Very good, my sister. Command that gate to open tonight. Command that gate to open tonight. Command that gate to open tonight. You are anointed for an assignment this year. That assignment is on the other side. You have to cross over. That gate must be open. Very good, my sister. Very good, my brother. Command your gates to be open. That gate standing between you and your testimony. Standing between you and your divine helper. Why don't I like that? You are praying very well. Command your gates to be open. Ẹni kò ṣí. Ẹlànà ẹni kò ṣí. Ẹlànà ẹni kò ṣí. Ẹlànà ẹni kò ṣí. Ẹlànà ẹni kò ṣí. Ní orúkọ Jésù ṣí. 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 Má ṣí. Má ṣí. Má ṣí.
Begin to open.
Ẹ má jẹ́ ọ̀rẹ́ yẹn.
Don't be tired.
Ẹ sọ̀rọ̀.
Speak out loud.
Ẹ sọ fún ẹnu ọ̀nà yẹn kó ṣí.
Shout the gates to open.
Ẹnu ọ̀nà tó wà láàrin èmi
Door between you
àti ilẹ̀.
and the land.
Ìdápadà ìlọ́po méjì ni.
Restoration.
Tó wà láàrin èmi
Shout with the
àti ilẹ̀ ṣe rere.
and my
Gbọ́
glory.
ọ̀rọ̀ Ọlọ́run.
Hear the word of the
Ṣí.
Lord. Tonight.
Ṣí.
Tonight.
Ẹ̀fọ́tọ̀.
Ephrata.
Ẹ̀fọ́tọ̀. 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 Ṣí. Command that gate to be open tonight. Command that gate to be open tonight. Sọ fún ilẹ̀kùn ayọ̀ ẹ̀ kó ṣí.
Tell your God, try to open.
Mi ò mọ orin yẹn dáadáa ní Yorùbá.
I don't know the song too well.
Ilẹ̀kùn ayọ̀ mi ṣí.
God, my goodness.
Bàbá ti ṣí rẹ̀
The
nù.
Lord has opened the door.
Àwọn oyóyè ìjọba ń wọlé. Wá ṣe rẹ̀. Yes, it's. The one that is something that have been taken. I don't know. My gate of joy has been opened. Heaven has opened that gate for me tonight. Holy Spirit is the one that does complete work. That restore everything that have been taken away from me. Only animal. My gate of joy has been opened tonight. My Father has opened that gate for me tonight. Yes. Holy Spirit is the one that do the work of completion. Yes. Yes. That restore everything that have been taken away from you. Yes. My gate of joy has been opened. Heaven has opened that gate for me tonight. Holy Spirit is the one that do the work of completion. That restore everything that have been stolen away from me. My gate of joy has been opened tonight. Yes. Heaven has opened that gate for me tonight. Yes, yes. Holy Spirit is the one that do the work of completion. Yes. Then, Mama. Yes. One more. Yes, my gate of joy is open. Heaven has opened that gate of joy for me. Holy Spirit, you are the one that do the work of completion. That restore everything that have been taken away from us. Hallelujah. 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 Yes. That gate has been opened tonight. That gate has been opened tonight. Say, Holy Spirit is the one that do the work of complete work. That restore everything that has been stolen away from you. Yes, command that gate to be open tonight. It's not a door, it's a gate, it's a gate. It's a big gate that was open for us yesterday. For us to enter. Let that gate be open unto us tonight again. Let that gate be open one more time. Command that gate to be open for you. It's an individual tonight. Let that gate that you opened for us yesterday. Yes. The Lord that do the work of completion. Open that gate again, Lord. Yes, Lord. Yes. Tell him to open the door. Tell him to open it. Tell him to open. Speak out. You'll be mocked for too long. You'll be mocked for too long. They ask us where our God is. Even in this area, they know I'm a pastor. When I decide, they know I'm a pastor. I don't just want them to know that I'm a pastor. I don't just want them to know that. I want them to see what I want them to see what the power. This door must be open. This door between me and the land of progress, the land of begin to open. Thank you, Lord. Thank you, Lord. Jesus, mighty name we are praying.
Amen.
It's the last one, but we prayed 3 minutes before.
I don't know whether to say it in English or not.
But I will see you. That's right. I came to the place. Angel your Lord.
Angel of Lord. Listen very, very attentively. They opened the door last night. If you like going to it, I am stepping into mine. I'm stepping right into mine. Please pray. Even if you're not, you need to enter into your promised land. We all have our promised lands. We all have our promised lands. We all do have our promised lands. We all very much have our promised lands. But if you don't take your land, someone else definitely will. What belongs to you, in the name of Jesus, your very land and mine, Lord, do not allow it. Do not be taken and given to someone else. I need you to pray this very fervently. Angel of God. Angel of God. Angel of God. Take me into my land that you have set aside for me. You begin to mention what names is set aside for you. You begin to mention whatever land is mentioned. What I'll mention is not what the other person will mention. It's not what I will mention. Angel of God. Angel of God. Take me to my land. Oh goodness. That you set aside for us. Begin to pray. Angel of God. Angel of God. Take me to my land of goodness, of increase, of progress, of testimony, of glory. Angel of God, take me to my land, the land that the Lord has set aside for
ilẹ̀ àánú.
That land of mercy.
Ilẹ̀ àánú.
That land of mercy.
Ilẹ̀ ojú rere.
Of favor.
Mú àwọ̀ bẹ̀ lọ.
Take us there, O Lord.
Mú àwọ̀ bẹ̀ lọ.
Take us there, O Lord.
Mú àwọ̀ bẹ̀ lọ.
Take me there, O Lord.
Mú àwọ̀ bẹ̀ lọ.
Take us there, Lord.
Mo ní láti wọlé.
I have to go right in.
Mo ní láti wọlé.
I have to go inside.
Èmi ló kàn.
I am the one next.
Gẹ́gẹ́ bí òjíṣẹ́
As
Ọlọ́run.
the servant of the Most
Àti
High.
ìjọ Ọlọ́run Elijah.
As this church God of
Láti
Elijah.
tò orílẹ̀-èdè.
To become a nation.
Mú mi wọ orílẹ̀-èdè lọ.
Take me there to that my
Mú
nation.
ìjọ ìwọ orílẹ̀-èdè lọ.
This church to be our
Mú
nation.
ìjọ ìwọ orílẹ̀-èdè lọ.
And this
Mú
country
ìjọ ìwọ orílẹ̀-èdè lọ.
ministry to our
Àwọn
nation.
tó wà níbi gíga.
Those that are
Tó máa
far.
ṣílẹ̀kùn ìlú wọn sílẹ̀.
Open the doors.
Tó máa ṣílẹ̀kùn orílẹ̀-èdè wọn sílẹ̀.
Open the doors of
Tó ní God of Elijah.
the God of Elijah.
Pastor Michael Olúwaṣẹ́gun Israel.
Bible.
A ti pèsè àyè sílẹ̀ fún ẹ.
That to set us up.
Máa bọ̀, máa
You
bọ̀.
need to come right in.
Máa bọ̀, máa
You
bọ̀.
need to come inside.
Áńgẹ́lì Ọlọ́run.
Angel of
Mú mi
God.
wọlé lọ.
Take me right in there.
Ó kù ṣẹ́jú díẹ̀.
We have few minutes.
Ẹ sọ̀rọ̀ sókè.
Speak very loudly.
Àdúrà tó gbẹ̀yìn lálẹ́
This
nìyẹn.
is the last prayer for tonight.
Àdúrà kan máa fi dúró lálẹ́
This is the
nìyẹn.
last prayer for the
A
night.
lè parí àdúrà.
We can finish praying.
A máa dá dúró ni.
We just need to
Ẹ sọ fún áńgẹ́lì yìí.
speak to your angel.
Bí mo lọ fẹ́ kó mú ẹ wọ lọ.
Where do you want your angel to take
Bí mo
you?
lọ fẹ́ kó mú ẹ wọ lọ.
Where do you want your angel to
Má
take
dàbí àwọn ìran Rúbẹ́nì.
you? Don't be like the
Má
tribe.
dàbí àwọn ìran Rúbẹ́nì.
Don't be like the tribe of
Wọ́n láwọn ò ní wọlé.
They said they didn't go
Wọ́n
in.
láwọn ò ní kọjá.
They don't want to pass
Mo
by.
kọjá Jọ́dánì.
I pass by.
Áńgẹ́lì Ọlọ́run.
I pass by.
Mú mi kọjá Jọ́dánì.
Angel of God.
Mú mi wọlé ìlérí lọ.
Take me to my promised land.
Ṣé Ọlọ́run.
Thank you, Lord.
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 A ó wà dúpẹ́.
We will continue to thank
A
you.
ó wà dúpẹ́.
Thank you, Lord.
Títí ayé la ó wà
Forever we
dúpẹ́.
will thank you.
A ó máa gbé orúkọ
We
ẹ̀.
will give you all the glory.
Dúpẹ́ pẹ̀ tí mú wa wọlé.
Thank you because you've taken us
Pẹ̀
in.
tí mú wa wọlé.
You've taken us in.
Pẹ̀ tí mú wa wọlé.
Taken us in.
A dúpẹ́ fún ọjọ́
We
kìíní.
thank you for the first
A
day.
dúpẹ́ fún ọjọ́ kejì.
Thank you for the
A
second
dúpẹ́
day.
fún ọjọ́ kẹta.
Thank you for the third
A
day.
dúpẹ́ fún ọjọ́ kẹrin.
Thank you for the
A
fourth
dúpẹ́
day.
fún ọjọ́ karùn-ún.
Thank you for the
A
fifth
dúpẹ́
day.
fún ọjọ́ kẹfà.
Thank you for the
A
sixth
dúpẹ́
day.
fún ọjọ́ kejì.
Thank you for the
A
seventh
dúpẹ́
day.
fún ọjọ́ kẹjọ.
Thank you for the
A
eighth
dúpẹ́
day.
fún ọjọ́ kẹwàá.
Thank you for the
A
tenth
dúpẹ́ fún
day.
ọjọ́ kọkànlá.
Thank you for the
A dúpẹ́ fún
11th
ọjọ́
day.
kejìlá.
Thank you for the 12th
Ọjọ́
day.
kẹtàlá.
Thank you for the
A dúpẹ́ fún
13th
ọjọ́
day.
kẹrìnlá.
Thank you for the
A dúpẹ́
14th day.
January.
Thank you,
A dúpẹ́
January.
February.
Thank you for
A
February.
dúpẹ́ March.
Thank you for
A
March.
dúpẹ́ April.
Thank you for April.
A dúpẹ́ May.
Thank you for
A
May.
dúpẹ́ July.
Thank you for
A
June.
dúpẹ́ August.
Thank you
A
for
dúpẹ́
August.
September.
Thank you for
A dúpẹ́
September.
October.
Thank you for
A dúpẹ́
October.
November.
Thank you for
A
November.
dúpẹ́ December.
Thank you for
A
December.
dúpẹ́ pé tí mo akọjá wọ 2021.
Taking us enter into
Glory
2021. Glory to your name.
Jésù Olúwa
In
wa.
Jesus' name we pray.
Jésù
In
Olúwa wa.
Jesus' name.
Jésù Olúwa wa.
In Jesus' name.
Jésù Olúwa wa.
In Jesus' name.
Ó gbà ládùúrà.
I pray for you
Bẹ́ẹ̀ ti ṣe lanu yín gbàdúrà.
as you open your mouth wide to pray tonight.
Ohunkóhun tí ò ní jẹ́ kẹ̀kẹ́
Whatsoever
áńgẹ́lì
will
yín.
not let you go with your angel,
Ohunkóhun tẹ́ ẹ bá so mọ́.
whatsoever you have taken,
Ohunkóhun tẹ́ ẹ bá so mọ́.
whatsoever you have hold on to,
Tí ò ní jẹ́ kẹ̀kẹ́
that will
áńgẹ́lì
not
yín.
let you go with your angel,
Ní orúkọ
in the
Jésù.
name of Jesus Christ.
Ọ̀run kò pín yín níyà.
Let the Lord separate you tonight.
Ọ̀run kò pín yín
Let the
níyà.
Lord separate you from it tonight.
Àwọn ẹni ibi.
Evil people,
Àwọn ẹni ìkà.
don't let evil people
Tí
and
ò ní
callous
jẹ́ tí ò
people
ní jẹ́ kẹ̀kẹ́
that
áńgẹ́lì
will not
yín.
let you go with your angel,
Ẹ̀mí mímọ́ kò pín
Holy
yín
Ghost
níyà.
will separate you.
Mo dúró gẹ́gẹ́ bí ọmọ
I
àṣẹ.
stand as a child of authority.
Mo dúró lórí ìpè.
I stand upon my calling.
Ó ní ilẹ̀kùn yẹn ṣí.
Said the door was open.
Gbogbo ẹ̀yin tẹ́ wà
As
nílé.
many as are here tonight,
Àtẹ̀yin tẹ́ ń gbọ́.
and those that are listening
Ilẹ̀kùn
in,
tó wà láàrin
that
ẹ̀yin
door between you
àti ilẹ̀ ìlérí
and
yín.
your promised
Ní
land,
orúkọ
in the name
Jésù
of Jesus,
kó máa ṣí.
begin to open.
Kó máa ṣí.
Begin to open.
Agbára tẹ́ máa fi wọ
The
ilẹ̀
power
yín.
that will make you go into your
Ní
promised
orúkọ
land,
Jésù,
in the name
agbára
of Jesus,
náà.
receive it.
Iná tẹ́ máa fi
That
wọ ilẹ̀
fire
yín lọ.
that will take you to your
Iná náà
promised
kò
land,
bọ́lù yín
let
lálẹ́.
it come upon your lives.
Mo pe áńgẹ́lì
I call
Ọlọ́run.
on the angel of the God
Mo
of the
pe
Lord.
áńgẹ́lì Ọlọ́run.
I call on the angel
Tó
of the
máa mú
Lord
ẹnì kọ̀ọ̀kan
that will take each and every
wọ́n ní
one
ilẹ̀ ìlérí
to
náà.
your promised land.
Áńgẹ́lì yín
Angel, your
àti
angel,
áńgẹ́lì Ọlọ́run
and the angel of
kó mú
God.
yín wọnú ilẹ̀
Let
yín
them
lọ.
take you to your promised land.
Ẹ ó ṣe rere.
You will do it.
Jésù Olúwa wa.
In Jesus' name.
Bring out your offering quickly. Start tomorrow again, 7 o'clock.
a prayer ministry. Pray to God. One láti wọlé.
I need to enter
Pẹ̀lú ọrẹ ìyọ Ọlọ́run.
this offering, Lord.
Pẹ̀lú ọrẹ ìyọ Ọlọ́run.
With this very offering tonight, Lord.
Áńgẹ́lì ní láti mú mi.
My angel must take me to my promised land.
Mo ní láti wọlé.
I must get to my promised land.
Mo ní láti wọlé.
I must get to my promised land.
Mo ní láti wọlé.
I must get to my promised land, Lord.
Ilẹ̀kùn tó wà láàrin.
That door between me
Àti ìlérí tẹ́ ní fún ìjọba
and the promises you have for the God of Elijah Ministries.
Pẹ̀lú ọrẹ ìyọ Ọlọ́run.
With this offering, Lord,
Ẹ ṣí ilẹ̀kùn.
open the door for us.
Lẹ́yìn lẹ́nu ọ̀nà.
You are the door.
Ẹ̀yin lẹ́nu ọ̀nà.
You are the door.
Ẹ sì ní kọ́kọ́rọ́ lọ́wọ́.
And you have the key to the door.
Ó pè yín lálẹ́.
I call upon you tonight,
Ẹ
Lord.
lo kọ́kọ́rọ́.
Use your key, Lord,
Ẹ fi ṣí ẹnu ọ̀nà.
to open these doors.
Fún gbogbo àwọn tó wà
For as
nínú
many as are here tonight,
ẹ ṣí ilẹ̀kùn.
Lord, open the doors.
Ẹ ṣí ilẹ̀kùn.
Open the doors.
Pẹ̀lú ọrẹ yín
With
lálẹ́.
this offering tonight,
Ẹ wọ ilẹ̀ yín lọ.
enter into your promised land.
Ẹ wọ ilẹ̀ yín.
Enter into your promised
Ẹ ó
land.
ṣe rere.
You will do well.
Ẹ ó ṣe rere.
You will make progress.
Ẹ ó ṣe rere.
You will make progress.
Ògo ni fún Olúwa.
Glory to Jesus.
Ògo ni fún Olúwa.
Glory to the Lord.
For in Jesus' mighty name we are praying.
Amen.
We give glory to the Lord.
Lord, He reigns. We give glory to the Lord, He reigns. He reigns, He reigns, He reigns. We give glory to the Lord, He reigns.
Hallelujah.
We give glory to the Lord, He reigns. We give glory to the Lord, He reigns. He reigns, He reigns, He reigns. We give glory to the Lord, He reigns.
Angels are
Singing, you are worthy, O Lord. You are worthy, O Lord.
Angels are singing, Lord.
You are worthy,
Do it right now.
O Lord. You are worthy,
That's why I'm
O
singing.
Lord.
That's why
I'm singing. You are worthy, O Lord. You are worthy,
Dance.
O Lord.
That's why
I'm dancing.
I don't want to dance.
You are worthy,
I can shake my body
O
now.
Lord.
You are worthy.
You are worthy, O
That's
Lord.
why I'm dancing, Lord.
You are worthy, O
You are
Lord.
worthy.
You are worthy, O Lord.
As you go, the presence of God will go with you.
Amen.
On this 10th day, it's a number of completion. Heaven will complete everything about you.
Amen.
Whatever that needs to be completed for God's name to be glorified, whether you like it or your enemy like it or not, tonight as you are going home in your sleep, heaven will complete your case.
Amen.
That situation that needs to be completed in heaven and heart and on this earth, starting from this hour, the King of Kings has completed your case.
Amen.
There shall be a divine visitation.
Amen.
There will be divine revelation.
Amen.
There shall be a divine visitation.
Amen.
There will be divine revelation.
Amen.
You will wake up tomorrow victorious.
Amen.
Heaven will open your eyes to see that you have entered into your life. In the mighty name of Jesus.
Amen.
Thank you, Heavenly Father.
Thank you, Lord.
Jesus' mighty name we are praying.
Amen.
The grace of our Lord Jesus
Jesus Christ,
Christ.
the love of God, and the sweet fellowship of the Holy Spirit rest and abide with us now and forevermore. Amen. Surely, God's goodness and mercy shall follow us all the days of our lives. We shall be in the presence of the Lord forever and ever. Amen.
Give God 3 hallelujah for what He has done.
Hallelujah! Hallelujah! Hallelujah!